Hi everyone, I'm Chillmonger.
What is that? It's been a minute. It's been a long minute.
A
We've been
minute, it's been a
absent.
while, but now you're up, we're still woke, and the Light Skin Morning Show is back.
I'm not light skinned.
What's been keeping you away? What's the status if you want to give away? Like, oh, what's been happening behind the scenes over here? Why has the afternoon woke up stopped happening?
Yeah, I moved. And that is, I promise you, this is the last move I'm doing for a couple of years. Moving is a headache. Um, I'm
Every time you
still
move
not
that
unpacked.
cord, it keeps hitting the microphone.
I am still not unpacked. So I'm still trying to get everything together. And the studio is, I mean, this part is together, but everything else around me is not. So trying to get it all together. It's been a headache.
And real life comes first. Over on my end, man, I like to not talk about myself, so I don't have an answer to what I've been doing since the last afternoon woke ups, but they're back now. You can expect them daily, round about this time, maybe a little earlier than right now, wherever you are in whatever time zone you're in. And we're going to talk about the things that interest us, as well as the things that don't. When Kathleen Kennedy finally has her last day, we're going to go live that day and have fun and joke and laugh. When Avatar The Last Airbender gives us their trailer finally, and maybe even if they do announce it's coming to the movie theaters because they made a stupid mistake by putting it on Paramount Plus, we'll be live to cover that for you.
Am I frozen?
You are, yeah.
That is annoying. Let me fix this. And I'll return again.
In the chat, Johnny, the real music 90, Raptor Cloak, Naris, Cleaves. What's up, guys? I figured you were moving. Unpacking party? Maybe. Ask him. Welcome back. Good afternoon. We appreciate you. We like being back. We're going to talk all the good stuff. On the thumbnail, you did see Damson Idris. You saw the Blade news. I kind of covered that real quickly a couple days ago. Not much really to talk about with Blade. It's just on the Hot Mic podcast. Jeff Snyder said that, yeah, it's over. Dude, we had Bob Iger telling us about how some things are quietly canceled. We had this touched on before. We knew it was canceled. It'll just be grouped in with Midnight Sun, so they say. We're going to talk all the Damson Idris non-stories. Really not much of a development, but he did talk to your girl on Entertainment Tonight or Extra somewhere at the Golden Globes. He was asked about it for fun. He gave a little quick answer. I'll play that video. On the DC side, I don't think there is a DC story today, which is a shame. You would think that they would have something going on. But they did delay Lanterns, so we can't really talk about the Lanterns TV show until it's time. We can talk about the She-Hulk, that green superhero for Marvel, and we will. And we'll look at Tatiana Maslany, much like Blade. She has one thing in common, and it has to do with Palestine. Next up, our final thing on the thumbnails was we're gonna look at Jean Grey, not Sadie Sink, not what character this 23-year-old is playing. The old one. I think her name's Femke. We got to talk about that character possibly coming back. Why wouldn't you come back? If Marvel's offering me money, I haven't been in many movies. I need a little bit of a star power booster. Want to be relevant again, get to play an oldie for the last time. Yeah, of course. And then you can go to all the conventions and do all those things that the nerd community like you for, because you were just in an Avengers movie. It'd just help. You know all these actors. By now, every one of them have done a convention. And they should do it. The Power Rangers actors kill it at the conventions. I see a Power Ranger that I didn't think I cared about, and then you see them 10 years later, 20 years later sometimes, 30 years later sometimes. You'll see a Power Ranger, you go like, ah, yeah, you played Billy, didn't you? Cool. And you get the photo, you see the enthusiasm, people doing interviews there. Power Rangers actors have And think of how many seasons there are and how many new casts there are. There's 5 new Rangers each time. They have a staple when it comes to this convention stuff. Every hero con, dragon con, if it ends with con, a ranger is there. Superheroes like X-Men can do this too. I remember when Jonathan Majors did this, he went to a convention. Some people were dogging him like, "Yo, you're supposed to be an A-list actor. You're not supposed to be here." William Shatner's supposed to be an A-list actor too, and he's at every convention he can make. It's okay. It's normal, and it's free money. I saw Jonathan Majors and Megan Good getting Guyana citizenship, so that's something. I think I saw Ludacris doing Ghana. Umar did it somewhere. There's a bunch of citizenships going. Maybe I Show Speed is gonna come back with a Botswana with a wife and a citizenship. We'll see. Do you think Blade is really done? Yes. And if Blade actually does happen, I'd be surprised. I tell you, they changed their mind. They did. We heard the way Mahershala Ali talks about it. In the video that I'm telling you I did 3 days ago, I used the Hollywood Reporter's interview at Jurassic World. He's on the red carpet. "What about this?" And he's kinda like, "Well, they're kicking their feet. It's Marvel. I'm ready to do it. It's Marvel's turn to do it." He said some answer like that. That was it's video. It's a video. It's there. So is it done? Yeah, it's done from what he said. It's not his fault that it's not happening. We know they've been hiring new actors and new writers. I heard Kevin Feige being asked in an interview about Blade. Will it happen now? We just got to get the right script. We got to do it right. He said over a year ago, he said that probably the last time he talked about it. So is it done? Yeah. The status of Blade is it's done. And they're going to stuff him from a movie where he'd be on screen for an hour or maybe longer. They're going to stuff him into a Midnight Suns team movie. Maybe he'll get 30 minutes of screen time of that team movie. If that, depends how many team members and how pivotal he'll be. But they're going to lessen the character and the ability to be elevated, basically. And when I factor in skin color and racism, I'm going to be upset about that. Blade should happen. But I want Blade to happen so badly. It's just not gonna. They're not doing it. They've shown us that they are not going to do this movie. Do you think Blade is really done? Yes. Hey, y'all. The last one I saw was Ninja Storm. That's about when I stopped following really hard. But after Ninja Storm was Dino Thunder, then RPM. I said SPD, sorry. And then I think they went to Mystic Force after that. And I would tune in to episodes here and there, but I skipped a few. Some seasons after that weren't really for me. Doomsday was filming some Operation Overdrive. I skipped that one. Jungle Fever, Jungle Fury. Then it was Samurai. No, then it was RPM. Then it was Samurai. Who cares? I think after Midnight Suns with Jordan Peele, we'll make it a passion project, I think. What's up, fellas? Oh, because you saw what I saw. The Monkey Paw Productions, they put the eye emoji quote tweet on that. And there they joked like, who says we were talking about the Blade movie? Meaning they were probably talking about Midnight Suns movie, and Jordan Peele's going to be part of that movie. Who knows? But Jordan Peele should not waste his talents and efforts at a studio with an existing IP. He's good at making IP pop. But if he is going to do it, at least do it for a Blade movie, solo Blade movie, so you're elevating a black character and you're not doing this thing that lessens the lesser version of what a solo Blade movie could do. Blade is proven. Blade has abilities to make money. They have 3 movies that they tried. They had he was the last superhero in Deadpool Wolverine to pop up like with Elektra, with Gambit. Then it was Blade. He was last for a reason because he was the biggest deal. Self-admittedly, he was the biggest deal. Marvel knows that. The audience knows that when they had Wesley Snipes' Blade pop up there. Blade's proven. Period. Jordan Peele needs to be part of that. And then I'll say, fine, I'd like you creating original stuff so that we have, launched new black characters, but fine. If you're gonna do it though, do it for a Blade movie. Don't take anything lesser. What's up? I wouldn't mind if they cast Blade with a young actor. Yeah, but but Professor the Film Fan, I agree. I think Mahershala Ali, he was too old when he was in his 40s and they announced it. You don't start with a 40-year-old. But who is the is and will that actor be as esteemed as Mahershala Ali? No, which means it won't warrant the budget, which means it won't warrant the marketing, and then we may not have a Blade solo movie. But in a perfect world, you do get a younger Blade actor, and the younger Blade actor does a solo Blade film, and you sign him long term and everything. Yeah, Buddy from Gangs of London would be great as Blade. Do you know who he's talking about? The Gangs of London, Darius?
No idea.
Uh, y'all still supporting the MCU? Hardheads.
It's such a crazy statement to me. It's such a crazy statement. Yeah, I'm still supporting the MCU. There are still existing characters outside the Black Panther that I adore and want to see, and that are coming back. And so I'm still very much supporting the MCU.
In what ways are you supporting them, though? You mean like we make content about it? Like, how else am I supposed to enact the change without, talking and doing the advocacy? I was watching Dead and Nerds Josh talking about that earlier today. Did you saw it, right? Dead and Nerds stream?
I tuned out. I think his second topic was Warhammer, was it not? I tuned out then.
Okay, well, the Black Panther part, he was saying like, keep making your voices heard. Ugly Sonic was a thing, and then we had a trilogy of Sonic movies because they listened. So it's not too late to keep being advocate about it. So yeah, but yes, I'm Too Flycam. If that's what you mean by supporting, I am supporting them by giving them coverage to the people who I talk to about it. But I don't really give them my money. I haven't bought a Marvel movie ticket since whenever the Palestinians were starting to get attacked. Never mind. That's a poor choice of words. When the genocide began. I'm just trying not to use the word, but I said it. Because they've been attacked since like 1948. Prior to that even. Hey, what's up, Chill? How are you today? I'm great. I'm sure Darius is great too. You can ask both of us how we are. It's not just one of us. Quit yapping about this and spill the beans about them Black Panther rumors. It's up to you, Darius, wherever you want to begin.
Let's see. Well, let's not start with Black Panther.
We got to start with the white characters. Come on. You got to build to the black excellence.
If you want, we can start with Famke. You have those things that I sent regarding her, so here's a question before we even get into that. I guess I really wanted to ask you this behind the scenes, but my camera was being weird. To add to that, when you asked me how's moving, this is what's frustrating me too. I don't know how from one house to the next shit just doesn't want to work. Like, it's the same plugins, it's the same computer, it's the same everything. And all of a sudden now my camera is freezing. It's like, okay, we've never done that. So I don't know if it's like, why. So it's shit like that really frustrates the hell out of me. And like I said, I can't call Henry right now because it's not like he's at work, so I can't have him fix it. So I had to figure that shit out on my own. Frustrating. Number two, what I wanted to ask you behind the scenes, but I'll ask you here. So when you DM me, what do you see? Are you seeing what you currently send me or what I currently send you? Because if I go into our DMs right now, it is not you sending me ready.
On your phone or on your computer?
Both, I believe. I believe if I get on here, it's the same thing.
I find it weird on my phone, but when I'm on the computer, it'll say, type in your encryption code.
Okay, yeah, what is that? Because he wouldn't ask me that on my computer. I ignored it because I was like, fuck that is.
I get it. You guess you got to set it up, and then which is something I did a month ago. I set up my encryption code.
That's crazy.
It's like a 6-digit code just to access your DMs.
Oh my gosh, I don't like. But enter passcode. Did I make one?
Right, you didn't make one. I have 4-digit codes that my go-to codes. Everyone has their go-to, and I'm just like, damn, I need a 6th one. Okay, and I tried to remember a 6-digit code. In your notes on your phone, you can put stuff like that just in case you ever forget your password. So I made sure to do that. Elon spyware.
Okay, well, it's just rotating right now. So, like, I was having a whole conversation with Tina. Gone. I was like, what the fuck? Like, how do I have this conversation if it's just not there? I had to wait for her to message me again to click on the notification to take me back to our secret messages. I'm
Tina,
like, what?
hey, Tina changed her name. She's not She Dreads Me anymore. Now it's Tina Lock.
I like She Dreads Me. I know she's watching.
We like your old name.
More.
But she said on stream, like, it has a history with someone from like 20, 30 years ago. So she doesn't want to be reminded about who that person is.
Understandable. Okay. Well, we can move in first and talk about Famke because it has been reported since the beginning that, we all thought the original X-Men were all coming back. We thought everyone was coming back, and rightfully so. And I still believe that everyone's coming back. I believe Hallie's coming back. I believe Famke's coming back. Everyone. People got up in arms when they did not see Jean Grey. Famke didn't see Halle Berry as Storm. Didn't see some of the others on either the little tote bag merchandise or the chair reveal or any of that stuff. People were like, "Oh, where are the females? Where are the girls? Where are them?" All this kind of stuff. So it's now been said that they are supposed to be doing reshoots, I guess, in April. So if they start those reshoots in April, there are people saying that Famke's in those, Hallie's in those, maybe even Damson being in those, and things like that. So with them coming back and all that kind of stuff, you also had the video you've got up, Chris Claremont, who said this, but he also said some other things before this where he confirmed Wanda being in there twice, an evil version of her and a good version of her. He confirmed the Avengers. He confirmed Hydra Cap and a few other things. So it seems like Famke is going to be in Doomsday, as I always thought she was.
What a difference a costume makes.
Yeah, what do you think of the Doomsday teaser with Cyclops?
How to put this tactfully? Have you ever noticed that with almost all costumes that work in comic books, in real life, they don't register as brilliantly as they do with print? I mean,
yeah,
Jim's designs are gorgeous on the page. And the thing I find most wonderful about it is the bringing back
bringing back James Marsden?
The original James Marsden. No, they're bringing back the original cast, including Famke.
Hey, who is that guy, and how did he get that scoop out of Chris Claremont? He was so happy. Whatever publication that was, good on them.
I'm not sure who that was, but I feel like whatever podcast Claremont goes on, he shares something about this. This is the second time spilling shit about Doomsday. Again, during that first one, he had said X-Men, including Famke and Jim Gray, Psylocke, non-Asian, 2 variants of Wanda, 1 evil, Chris Evans as 3 Steves, including Captain Hydra, and the original Avengers. That's all he shared in his first podcast appearance. So yeah.
I like that he does this. He's old. He doesn't care. He lets things go, and he thinks it's a fun game. There's so much money in the reveal strategy of these characters. Shut up, Chris Claremont. Please, for the sake of Marvel. But at the same time, it's not like they pay you to shut up, do they? Like, if they wanted to involve creators and stuff like that, they should probably do NDAs also. And you're good. He only knows this stuff because they let him involved in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but was there ever any doubt that she was not coming back? Did you ever, to yourself, think?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't know what I don't know. I think it'd be stupid if she didn't come back, but they have a streak of stupidity, so it's likely she wouldn't come back.
Yeah. No, I never had any doubt. Even with the chairs, the tote bags, the after party stuff I never had any doubt. I feel like if you're going to do this and go big, you're pulling all the stops. You're throwing the sink at everybody. You're trying to get everybody back you're trying to hit that $2 billion mark. Zootopia is sitting at what, 1.6? If Zootopia is sitting at 1.6, and I've been one, even though I again, my excitement for Doomsday may not be there, but I've also been one that has said from the very beginning, this film is still an Avengers film. It's still going to make, despite what people might think, especially now with all the trailers starting to come out and people starting to see the trailers and getting excited about it, it's still going to make, I'm saying $1 billion, maybe $2 billion. Like I said, if Zootopia is sitting at 1.6, what do you think that this film is going to do once the whole trailer comes out and everybody that is supposedly in it being revealed, if they reveal them?
Yeah, it'll do numbers. Power of X-Men, that's the name of their podcast, and they're gonna got the full video up today. They say Chris Claremont, Power of X-Men podcast. If Zootopia is doing what it's doing with China, 500 million from China last I checked, maybe it's 600 million by now. I also think they can do 600 million with Avengers Doomsday because they did 600 million with Endgame. It's possible. We need to have a snake. It's the year of the horse actually next year, so we need to have a horse in there.
Yeah, they're absolutely going to they're definitely going to cross that bill. That's for certain.
It is certain.
But yeah, let us know what you guys are thinking. You think Famke was always going to be in it? Are you shocked by Claremont's news that he dropped on whatever that podcast name was?
Power of X-Men. Are you shocked? No, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, they're doing the right thing. I'm intrigued, but you let me know. Leave a comment down below and hit thumbs up while you're there.
What's our next one? What does the chat say?
Somebody is ready for the Michael movie. They're talking about the shirt you're wearing. I'm with you, Darius. They're bringing everybody back. Not T'Challa. Everybody back. Wouldn't be surprised if Cable showed up. Josh Brolin could be Thanos and Cable. Maybe Bishop too. Maybe.
I don't know. King Thanos.
Mm-hmm. So he can be up there. He can say, "Yeah, I'm in the movie. I'm only playing Thanos." But surprise, surprise, Cable shows up too next to Deadpool. Where have you been, man? Well, I broke the device. It was a plot. It was a plot. Never mind. I don't know. They could do like Deadpool and Wolverine and do some stand-in actors. Everyone will be there.
Yeah, I think everyone will be there too. Yeah, on the shirt, this was one of two of my Christmas gifts. I got this one.
Who is it?
On my birthday as well. Who is who?
Who's the T-shirt about? It's in black and white. I can't really tell who that man is.
I don't know how you can.
Oh, is that the guy from the Simpsons episode? Lisa, it's your birthday. I think I know him.
Yeah, whoever that is. It's that guy.
It's him. Mm-hmm. They might be making a movie about him.
Maybe.
Check it out. Raptor Cloak is in the building, says, I'm just glad to see Famke again after so long.
Yeah. Have you seen her lately?
She looks just like an older version of her, but a little bit older than 20 years.
No, she had some plastic surgery on her cheeks, and she shouldn't have. She was already a pretty woman. I don't know why she did that.
I hear grr, grr, grr on your microphone.
Yeah, that's my paper towel. Mike's picking up everything.
No, it's like it's moving. I don't think it's the paper towel. It's as if nothing's happening now.
Yeah, because I'm muted.
Okay. Yeah, just mute when you're not talking then. Okay. Let's go to... Let me show you this. Give me your thoughts on this. It's a Kickstarter. Chill. Better leave Darius alone today. Look like the meal is good, but you picking at him. What did I say? I'm just asking about a t-shirt. If you like the t-shirt so much, you should be proud of it. You could tell me who's on the t-shirt, you know? So Nothing wrong with what I said. I want to get your opinion on this. This popped up on my Instagram page, and it was like one of those advertisements. So this guy is looking to kickstart his new launching soon project on January 20, the Kazi Village Rescue Afrofuturist animated short film. He's seeking 30,000 USD.
Damn.
Hey everyone, Alex Bassett here, and I am the writer, creator, and director of the Kazi Village Rescue. This project has been over 2 years in the making, and I'm excited to finally get this done with your help. The story of the Kazi is an exciting, epic adventure following our hero, Andreas, as he must save
I'm already out.
Village Rescue.
I am also already out too, because you're asking me for so much money. Well, you're asking the group, the collective, for so much money, and that's what it looks like. I'm thinking about what can you do with something about Andreas? He's animated and and you know the way that it looked wasn't like something I wanted to back, something I wanted to really support
Epic
like that.
adventure, Village Rescue.
Now, see, the drawing looks better. The black and white drawing looks better than what he presented in moving color.
Absolutely. Now you said it's 2 years. He talked about it like and what he sacrificed, but he didn't talk about what he sacrificed. And that's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear, what did you do in the last 2 years? Was it 2 years of just planning and hoping? This was originally something that costed 90,000, but I worked on those 60K and now it only costs 30,000. I would like to hear why you couldn't just make $30,000 yourself. If this is so important to you, what's taking so long? You feel me? So it was a turnoff for me, but it popped up. The guy wants to get it funded. It's still up to the people who do want to fund that thing. $30,000 to get it animated. And you can watch the full video on his Kickstarter there. The thing is called the Kazi Village Rescue.
Yeah, I'll have to miss that one. It also gives Sagwa. On top of it giving that, it also, again, $30,000, and your man's looking like a Atari old school video game while he's walking to the village. Nah, brother. I'm out.
You ever supported anything on Kickstarter? I haven't.
No. Nope, I haven't.
My issue is, how do you ask me for money for something? Just make it yourself.
Well, some people need help on it. I can understand that. Like, if you've got a bomb ass idea and it's like, man, I've got this brilliant sci-fi or comedy or whatever your idea might be, and it's like, I just need this money. It's like George Lucas. You know how many studios told him fuck off with Star Wars? And I look at Star Wars.
George Lucas had a little bit more before Star Wars. He was someone who's produced, and so if he asks me for money, it's kind of different. It's, oh, that's George Lucas asking me for this money. What have you proven so far? What have you been able? Like, what's your body of work? Okay,
was American Graffiti out before Star Wars, or was it after? Was it? I know that.
Yeah, man. Lauren said he can draw this on a computer and pay some voice actors to do the voices. Yeah, that's where the money would go. Voice acting. Add the drawings to Google Flow paid version and make it. The plan is $249.99 a year. Like, in this day and age, it's double. In the pitch, he doesn't really prove to me like it's worth it. Maybe I should invite him to a stream and just to interview this guy, and just maybe if he's willing to on January 20th, and just like, convince me that this is worth being animated.
He's not going to come on the show to convince you, one solo person that he doesn't know. Hey, let me convince you YouTuber, to come watch my show. One person.
Why wouldn't he do it? Just because I'm one guy? Yeah, but there's 100 people could be watching.
Well, yeah, but it's okay. Let me put it this way. Maybe if you were like a Josh Dinner Nerds with 800,000 or 800 to 1,000 people watching you, there are 37 people in here right now.
I know what you mean, and I would say he doesn't have access to Josh Den of Nerds or those ilk. To my knowledge, he doesn't have that audience that's going to be willing to send an invitation to him. So he probably should take what he, not him specifically, but any independent should probably just take the call when Chillmonger says, "Hey, I do superhero stuff, and some of my content may attract the same attention of the audience that you want." So there's a good little cross on this Venn diagram. I don't think it would be nothing for him to join me.
Well, ask him.
Yeah,
Hit him up, and ask him. Like, come talk to me about your Sagwa project.
I'm not gonna say that to him. Well, Saga was okay too. Saga was a cool show.
Man, chill, don't make me leave today. We just got back. Don't make me fucking leave today. About Saga was okay. Yeah, I guess. It was up there in the same realm of Dragon Tales and all that.
And those are the animators he was seeking. If you play this trailer longer, the same animators who did all those kids shows, like that's who he's going to be paying in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll get it done.
Lord Farquaad, the K-pop Demon Hunters writer, wrote
This isn't a good angle for me. It's just my head sitting on top of your green box.
Who changed it?
There we go. I'm gonna say that's not a good one for me.
Yeah. Lord Farquaad. So I'll start it over again. The K-pop Demon Hunters writers wrote a Lord Farquaad film for DreamWorks, and the status of the project is currently unknown. This reminds me of James Gunn making Clayface and Sergeant Rock when you have heavy hitters. I like Shrek and Donkey and Puss in Boots way more than I like Farquaad.
You wouldn't be interested in a villain Farquaad movie? I can't say that I'd be running to the theater either, but it's intriguing, I guess. I always like the villain perspective of things. I like villains. I'd be a villain. So, yeah, I like villains. It'd be cool. And he's alive. He was in the dragon's stomach listening to the music at the end of Shrek.
He's pretty legendary as a villain. He does have a little bit of staying power, name power. But so how do you start the movie? He gets pooped out on the other end?
Or if it's a prequel.
Or if it's a prequel.
I wouldn't want a prequel personally. But yeah, poop him out. Or I think he's supposed to be in this one, isn't he? I heard rumor he's in this one coming up. So if he's in this one, then there you go. Leads into his solo movie.
Maybe he falls in love with Zendaya's character, Shrek's daughter.
Oh no. In the real world that they're supposed to be entering. Yeah, I don't know. I'd watch it. Wouldn't run to the theater for it. Have you seen Fire and Ash?
No.
Me neither.
Yeah, we're not running to the theater for it, but it's there.
Me neither. I want to see it.
Well, you're moving, right? You were doing things in your real life that occupied time.
That's true.
My thing is like, it's cold outside, and it's just Canada, which sucks because Children of Blood and Bone is coming in January next year, and it's going to be just as cold. But yeah, the only movie I've seen recently was The Voice of Hind Rajab. I haven't seen an Avatar or gone to the movie theaters lately to go see a movie.
Me either. I can't. Last movie I saw in theaters. I don't know. I don't know. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. But this year has some very, very, very promising movies that I've already said I'll be there. 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 For sure. I didn't watch F1. Did you?
I did get to see F1.
So, Damson. I didn't watch Snowfall. Obviously, I know who Damson is, though. I didn't watch Snowfall. I've seen certain scenes of him acting. But that one scene of him where it's like himself talking to himself, oof, that nigga was acting. I was like, oof. Sheesh. Okay. Damson. See, I know Damson by name, by Lori Harvey and all this kind of stuff. I've never really paid attention to his acting. I've never watched him act. Seen clips of him act. I didn't watch Snowfall nor F1. Any plans to watch either?
You are so awesome, Chill. Bodies.
Bot. Whoever said that, that's a bot. Yeah, that bodies. She said, Khadijah, that Nate killed that shit. I was like, okay. It didn't make me want to watch the show, but damn.
He's great in Snowfall. You said Bodies is a bot or Pookie Wood is a bot?
Oh, I didn't know it was Pookie Wood. Thought it was somebody.
You thought it was a Kevin Davis type comment?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't missing nothing. Well, Kevin Davis commented something on my channel one time. We have time.
He's watching.
We got time.
He's watching.
Is he? Good. Let him watch. I gotta show this funny comment that he left on my channel when I was just talking about like doing Blade and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
12 hours of... Stay with me. He must have deleted his comment. He wrote something on me, and then I was like, free Palestine. And then he came back, shut up, you don't know anything. And I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, it's here. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Okay, cool.
Oh, he put it in caps locks. Is it in caps?
He doesn't know, and he's
no,
Israeli. English is not his first language. He goes, Star Wars has made money under Disney. Kathleen Kennedy has wins under her belt as president of Lucasfilms. I said, free Palestine, right, Kevin? You be main one whine about recast T'Challa. Get out of my face. Why did that affect you, Kevin Davis? What? I thought you were like a guy named Kevin. You lived in the States. You liked movies, and it just so happened that every comment that you write happens to help Disney give money to Israel. I thought you were just a normal guy. I didn't know that you were some Israeli forces. Maybe you're too fat to be fighting on the front line, so they go, you can just do our propaganda online. We'll give you an account called Kevin. Probably like 4 other fatsos in Israel right now just working on that account, writing and typing things in. I thought,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Pookie Wood is not like that. Pookie Wood's a real person. That Kevin Davis account, though, it struck a nerve when I said what I said.
That was funny. And it's the way you read that shit too. That was funny.
Yes.
And what he said didn't have shit to do with what.
It was a video about Kathleen Kennedy and about how her time's up.
Oh fuck! He said you even mean what the hell? Oh, okay. That was good. That was funny. He said, "Get out of my face!" Woo!
The reminder not to take anyone seriously, except Chi-Town, you're cool. Professor, you're cool. Pookie, you're cool. But everyone else, I don't know. I need to vet these guys before they type in comments.
He said he cooked you, monkey.
Did he? Damn. I'm waiting for. I'll get my get back.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! That is funny. That is funny.
Did you know? Back to Damson Idris. So Damson Idris was on the Golden Globes. He was talking to Variety today, and he gets some questions not just about Black Panther. There's questions also about Bond.
The rumor pops up every 5 minutes. There's actually 2 rumors. There's always the rumor about could Damson play Bond? You are British, so you would make sense. But there's also that rumor that you may end up in Wakanda one day. Yeah. What does it mean to hear yourself associated with Black Panther in that way, and that fans would want you in that world?
I'm thankful to the fans. Of course, it's rumors, but I love the movie. I love that world. And I'm glad that everyone's seeing the future of that too, because it's moving in a brilliant direction. And I'm excited for the 3rd one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, do you have? I mean, Ryan will be here later. Do you have any ideas to pitch him, even if you're not in it?
Just make sure it's amazing, but I know he'll do that.
They covered it yesterday, Marcus and Josh on their live stream, and I got kind of the same reaction. Oh, really not much there.
No, not from Damson himself, and there's not going to be anything from Damson himself until he gets the green light from Marvel Studios that, hey, you can finally talk about this. Until then, you're going to get those type of answers from him. So no, it's not going to be anything substantial from Damson. But you now have the rumor mill back turning, and that is because the Geeky Cast, Chad, claims that he has heard for sure that he is playing T'Challa. Did he say T'Challa? I don't want to mix his words up. Let me make sure I know exactly what he said there.
When did he say it?
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. No, not fucking. What is this? Twitter Premium. All right. He said. I'm still scrolling.
He retweeted Nerd Talk. They said Marvel Studios reportedly preparing to begin filming Black Panther 3 in June with a project seemingly titled Shadows of Wakanda.
Yeah, here it is from January 7th.
Oh.
He said this. Scoop. Damson Idris is going to spend a lot of time at Pinewood Studios this year. He will be shooting multiple movies as the Black Panther. Stay tuned for details.
Oh.
To where he went on. This is what's today?
We know he's Black Panther. I want to hear the word T'Challa, not T'Child.
Hold on, let me make sure I'm getting
it's
it
so
all
complicated
here.
because they made it complicated. Because you would think, oh, he's gonna be Black Panther. Who else could it be? This is Marvel. You mean who else it could be? We saw the leaked art that showed Damson Idris as an older version of Azuri or T'Chanda. This was the file name for this was T'Chanda, which is Azuri, his grandfather.
Yeah. He went on to say, hold on. Okay, so he did retweet what you said. Marvel Studios were preparing to begin Black Panther 3 in June, which we'll get to that in a minute. He retweeted something that said Damson Idris will be playing the new Black Panther in the MCU, who will also reportedly be appear in Avengers Secret Wars. And then he said,
all right, it's going to be so much better in the clip to video you do because we're going to skip all this. Where is it?
Let me skip to this instead. So then he quote retweeted what Alex over the Cosmic Circus has said. Alex over the Cosmic Circus put out a quote retweeted the MCU Film News tweet that said Damson Idris responds to rumors, blah, 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 about Black Panther, what we just watched. He quote retweeted it with a picture of Kang that said, see you soon, to where people were asking him, hey, is he playing Kang? And then he was like, no. Then he quote retweeted it with a picture of Black Panther. And then Geeky Cast said, confirmed. Now, T'Challa's name has not been thrown out for at least if I've missed it. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Unless if I've missed it from Geeky Cast or something like that, T'Challa's name has not been thrown out. So I don't know. To me, this is still not news. And the reason it's still not news to me is because have we not been discussing this? Has this not been on the table? Have we all not been saying, through whether you've watched me, whether you watch you, Back of the Bus, E-Man, whether you watch Dre Max show, whether you're watching Blue and him together or whoever, Tina, whoever you might watch, I feel like we've all said that Damson was one of the names in talks to being Black Panther. And I feel like since then it's been somewhat confirmed, not by Marvel Studios, but confirmed that, Damson is playing a Black Panther.
Yeah.
T'Challa's name has never once been thrown out. They've thrown out that kid's name. And we keep circling back to this. They've thrown out that kid's name, Tucson. Remember, before I said it in May last year. Jeff said his, right? Snyder said it was the whole T'Challa to whatever.
That was, I think, late December of Let's just say January 2025. Let's just say.
Okay. So then he had said what he said, playing T'Challa, whatever. But you had several other scoopers that were still saying the same thing. Even Alex at the Cosmic Surface. You had Murphy's Multiverse. You had the Redacted guy, Critical HQ, Daniel RPK. All of them, My Time. All of them were saying, it's the kid. I've heard it's the kid. I've heard it's the kid. I've heard it's the kid. Even in Dinner Nerds, he said his personal sources that he has said, oh, I've even heard it's the kid. To me, narratively, that still doesn't make any damn sense. Even if you get him from another universe, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Maybe timelines work different in different universes.
No, it doesn't make sense. No, you're right.
Okay, you're right. It doesn't make any sense. So I truly believe, because there's a whole debate right now. Is it T'Challa? Is it T'Challa Jr.? Andre had asked me on Twitter a few days ago, after the Wakanda Fantastic Four Doomsday trailer. I had retweeted it and said whatever I said about it. And Andre asked me, I don't remember exactly what he asked me, but I remember my response was, no. I prepped myself for what Wakanda will look like in the MCU a long time ago. What I mean by that is, because people keep having this debate of T'Challa or Junior. I don't believe it's either one of them. Don't get me wrong. Junior's coming. Hold your horses. Toussaint is coming. It's just in that third movie. I don't believe that they're going to age this kid up I've said this many times, and I'm going to try to make it easy very quickly. It's a character that is made up by Ryan Coogler. Despite him giving his little notes to the Russos, or them, like Tina said, if they flew out Nia DaCosta for notes to help them with stuff, of course they're going to fly Coogler out for notes to help them with stuff for Black Panther. Either fly him out via Skype or whatever the fuck it might be. They're talking to him. They're getting notes from him. I just don't believe. And I'm not saying he has this hand over Kevin Feige or over Marvel Studios to tell them, oh, no, that's my character you're not playing. I feel like if Kevin Feige says, hey, we need this T'Challa back in it, you got to work that out somehow. He's got to work that out somehow. But I just don't believe that with his made-up character, they're going to get first dibs to play with it. This is not Civil War. T'Challa was pre-made way before Coogler came along. So it's not like Coogler had some autonomy over T'Challa when Civil War happened. Yeah. Different time. This character is his. He created this character. Not in 1966. In 2022, he created that character. That's his character. So I just don't believe that he's going to give Marvel or Kevin Feige. Now again, they can tell him, fuck you, we're going to do what we're going to do. But I also believe that they really respect Ryan. And if Ryan tells them, hey, I really don't want to use Toussaint. I want to use Toussaint in my project so I can elevate him and pick up where I left off in Wakanda Forever. But if we're still riding the lines of respecting Chadwick Boseman's wishes and all that type of stuff and honoring him, use one of the other ones. If you're pulling the Fantastic Four from a 1960s universe, why can't you pull Azuri? Why can't you pull T'Challa or whoever the else names have been thrown out there? I believe that's what they're doing. You're getting a Black Panther. That's what everybody keeps saying. Yeah, it's happening.
Doomsday, Secret Wars. You're getting him. There's a reason,
it's not T'Challa.
The cast would always come out and they would post everyone with the actor name and then the character they play. Sometimes it'll be like, hey, this is Joseph Quinn. He's playing the Human Torch. And sometimes it would say the actor, like Letitia Wright, and then the name underneath would be Shuri, not Black Panther, Shuri. I think that's not an accident. I think there will be a Black Panther. It'll be Black Panther. It could be anyone. It could be T'Challa. But that doesn't mean there will be continuity from this movie off into the MCU forward. After Secret Wars, after Incursions and Battle World and everything. The future of Marvel, the long term, is what I care about. And I don't want a substitute, i.e. Toussaint getting aged up and look, Damson plays him. I want actual T'Challa there. Maybe the mission of Shuri during this movie in Avengers could be, I gotta bring my brother back. Oh my God, there's this incredible power Franklin Richards he made. Tell me this, Ben. So Franklin can make a dead character come back. Oh, Franklin needs to come visit my brother's grave and bring him back, and he can be king of the dead and all that good stuff. I would love for Shuri's plot in Avengers to be this. And that's kind of the only way that we'd get continuity, but it's not going to happen. They've shown us it's not going to happen. We have no reasons to believe any of this will happen. Be pessimistic. Keep fighting for T'Challa coming back and not T'Child being the replacement, getting older or something else. For T'Child to substitute in for 10, 20 years and then he stops existing because the only guy who cares about T'Child is Ryan Coogler and his cast and crew and everyone around him now. Long term, that character is a dead end. It fizzles, it dissolves, it goes away, and we go, wouldn't it have just been better for the last 20 years to be elevating Black Panther to T'Challa the same way Peter Parker gets elevated? Bruce Wayne wouldn't be this hot if we stopped using Bruce Wayne Batman during other movies and we use another person to be Batman in those movies. We deserve equality thing, that E, right? We deserve equality, and it's not coming. And I'm just like you. I have no reason to believe there's not going to be shenanigans here with the way they play with the word Black Panther in every one of these news outlets and scoops.
But that does beg the question: if they're getting Damson, do you think that you get an actor like Damson? After I was just saying about Damson. You get an actor like Damson who's had the year that he had with F1. Children of Blood and Bone is yet to be seen, the performance in that and everything else. But you have the performance he gave in F1 that was highly regarded. The film made $600 million, a little over $600 million. The highest grossing film in Pitt's career. And then you have what he did in Snowfall. Do you get an actor like Damson and then tell it for 2 films and then no, gone, no more? So I don't know. I don't believe that he is playing T'Challa. I've said that. I mean, I've been saying that for quite some time now. I don't believe he's playing T'Challa. I do believe he is playing a Black Panther. But again, I go back and forth a little bit, slightly, just because again, with an actor like Damson, is he signing for just 2 films, or do I want to do the long haul thing? Do I want to do I want to be in the MCU. I want to be the Black Panther moving forward. I want to. So I don't know, because is he taking on the? I don't know, man. Because I don't know.
We have until June when they start shooting Black Panther 3 to know.
That's another thing. Let's go there. Do we truly believe that they are starting filming a film in June that's coming out in 2028?
Yeah, I believe that one because so many people need to know. Catering needs to know, a janitor. You need to have a lot of people who are not in the movie industry who can keep things hush-hush about a movie being filmed. I think that one's real. It's happening in June in London.
Well, we will see. We will see. Especially
that
when they
could
start
easily
filming.
leak.
I mean, it could leak. Yeah, I mean, look at everything leaking. Yeah, easily. We'll see. We will see. I like I said, I don't think there's 2 things that I'm very, very curious about. I don't think I've had more curiosity about, even more so than Fantastic Four and Superman when we had that debate. It's what is Doomsday going to do? And are they what is happening with the Black Panther? Those are the 2 things I am so very curious about. I have what I believe and what I think, what I've been told. But I don't know. I was talking to Tina and she had even said that 2 people that she knew said that they hadn't heard, people close to the situation said that they hadn't heard anything about that. Nothing credible about that. Not that it's not true. He is having talks with Marvel, but they haven't heard anything credible about that. So,
because people don't know to ask. They're satisfied with, oh, he's going to be Black Panther. Boom. They don't need to think about. They don't think about, is it T'Challa or not T'Challa? They feel like they're satisfied with that scoop.
Yeah.
We care about the weeds. We care about the different. They don't even know his name is T'Challa, which is why we need to elevate the character's name. They don't even know that. They just go, oh, Damson Idris is going to be in it. Oh, he's the new Black Panther. That's enough for me. I don't need to know the character's name.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, we'll see. I've seen all the things on Twitter. I've seen, Geeky Cast and the things that he has been currently lately saying the past few days about it. But I think he's right. So obviously he's right. Black Panther's in it, but he has even yet to say whether it is T'Challa or what he's been told about that, because I don't believe anybody knows outside of what's going on over in Marvel Studios. Marvel Studios themselves obviously know, but the scoopers and things like that, I think they know. The scoopers have been told Tucson. So I don't believe that, but I mean, if it's Tucson, that's just, to me, still crazy, because then so I've seen theories out there saying like, okay, well, he could be the kid, and then in the newly formed reboot or world or whatever MCU timeline, he can go on to be the kid in Wakanda from here. Okay, so then what happened to the 6-year-old? Because if he's not from here, the 6-year-old Tucson that we met in Wakanda Forever still exists. So you just have two Tucsons? Like, so I'm trying to, like, how does that play out? Are you killing this Tucson or to usher in the now 26-year-old Tucson, which does not make sense, but to usher in the now 26-year-old Tucson? Because that's what I'm trying to get at. Because people on Twitter have been saying like, oh, they're recasting T'Challa. It is T'Challa. Some people have been saying that. Some people have said, oh, it's T'Challa. Some people have been saying, it's too. And I'm just like, how do you know that? Like, when you say like, oh, it is, how do you know that? Like, how are you saying with certainty? And then they come back and say, well, have you not been paying attention to the scoops? The scoops? I think we misunderstand what a scoop is from Daniel RPK, from My Time to Shine Hello, from Alex, opposed to what comes out from Variety, from Vanity Fair, from The Hollywood Reporter, Deadline. Things like that, the actual trades that are coming with,
which are all owned by the same guy, Jay Penske.
True. But are all saying, come out and say, yeah, okay, this is credible. This is that. This is what's happening. These are coming from scoopers. I'm not saying don't believe the scoopers, because I believe them on every other thing too, and I believe them on some of this Black Panther stuff. But to say that, to be arguing with some of these people on Twitter and they're like, oh yeah, it is T'Challa or it is Tucson, and I know that because of what the scoopers have said. Oh, okay. All right. So I see we're not having a conversation with a full deck of cards. So
I look at the scoopers, here's Chad that we were just talking about. Someone says, is it still with Shuri? Gotta wait to see, Bubba. He doesn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like, I do understand the scoopers, and I hear them say, it could be Tasoda. I don't really know. I do pay attention, actually, and it's because I pay attention to the scoopers. I'm still worried about the T'Challa problem. I like to believe Damson Idris knows the difference, but I'm not going to rest on that. I'm still going to continue with the advocacy until they confirm that it is going to be T'Challa. It's going to be Tucson grown up. Until they confirm actual T'Challa will not continue running with it and being the lead of the movies. Until that day, when I become apathetic, I'm going to continue trying.
You're talking about trying to get T'Challa.
Yeah, I'll be active with recast, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we will we'll see. We'll see what happens with it all.
Strongly believe he will also see Dawson's Black Panther in Doomsday. What do y'all think? Who's Dawson?
I think he meant Damson.
Okay. Yeah, we gave you what we think. Do y'all see IMDb's Doomsday page? The list stunt doubles for Halle Berry and Oscar Isaac, Ryan Reynolds, and Kit Harington. Oh, every superhero is going to be in this one. Even the ones we don't really care are in there.
I didn't see it, but...
Jedi Mike says Doom will promise Shuri to bring back her brother T'Challa in Battleworld if she side with him. Oh, she's going to do a Riri, side with the bad guy? Oh, no.
Oh, she's already sleeping with the bad guy, isn't she?
That's unconfirmed.
That's weird,
cannot believe that one. Cannot believe that one. But if you want T'Challa back, do what you got to do. Advocate. Leave a comment underneath this video. Make it so that it performs better. Use the hype feature and thumbs it up. We're not in the clear yet. It's actually nice to know that June is kind of that deadline when they'll start filming. It's not too late for them to change the script up until June. And even then, in post, you can change things. But we got a deadline. Let's be active. Help out. Do the things on your end. You are not a nobody. You have the ability to comment. You have the ability to give watch time to creators like us who are going to be on this. Are you going to still be on this, Darius, or did you quit?
What?
Recast.
No, I didn't quit recast. I just know they're not recasting.
But we'll still talk about it, and we'll still make content from time to time, like this video you're watching here. Thumbs up, please.
Yeah, I'm still recast. I'm still screaming it and all that. I'm just going to have a very different react. Now, again, I want to be wrong. I hope I am wrong, but I'm going to have a different reaction. That's why the Wakanda trailer didn't bother me like it bothered a lot of other people. How they were like, oh, I feel you. Yeah, T'Challa should have been, that should be, yeah, I feel you. But hey, prep yourself and you won't. I'm telling you, prep yourself before you sit down in December, like as I have done. Because when I sit down in December, I'm prepped for what Wakanda is going to look like in the MCU. I'm prepped for King M'Baku. I'm prepped for Shuri's monologue that she gave in the trailer. He has his duties. I have mine. I don't give a fuck about Wakanda. I'm just wearing the suit. I'm prepped for all of the makeshift Wakanda. I'm prepped for it. I'm prepped for it. Prep yourselves. I'm prepped for T'Challa not coming on screen. Prep yourselves.
They better be prepped for the wake-up call they're going to get tomorrow. Avengers will have a trailer. Every Tuesday, they've been doing the trailer. Like Chris Evans, the Thor, the X-Men. This week, it'll be with Kukulkan and Shuri and M'Baku and Ben Grimm, the Thing. All those other ones got like 10 million views. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 17 million views for the first, 16 million for the second, and 15 million for the third. We are not getting 15 million views for a trailer with not the real Black Panther. The Wakandans will return in Avengers. We're not getting that. We're not, and the Fantastic Four, except it's only Ben Grimm. We're not going to get the views. There's not going to be as many comments underneath those videos than the last three did with Chris Evans back as Hemsworth doing his thing, and with the three X-Men, Magneto, Charles, and Cyclops. It will perform worse. This will be the first sort of failure proof of its being a failure. The Wakanda Forever direction, replacing T'Challa. This will be the first kind of like numbers associated with Marvel producing something, releasing the content, having a precedence over the last 3 weeks of what a Marvel trailer can do, and then being able to compare to just how poorly it does when it does only, let's say, 4 million views. I'm just throwing a number out there. I'm just saying it will be worse. And if it does 4 million views, they'll go, why is there like only 30% the same interest there is in this than there is in Captain America? That's weird. Or Thor. That's strange because Thor had a bad movie, but it still was able to make 16 million views. But this has only got 4 million views. I mean, it's a fourth of interest, huh? Maybe people were only buying movie tickets to Wakanda Forever to see what we do after Chadwick Boseman died, and we used his death to market the movie, and it was still for T'Challa, basically, that we wanted to see the Wakanda Forever movie. Maybe we shouldn't give its credit for being a great movie, and more so just a curiosity factor, or a not for the movie, a curiosity factor, a morbidity, funeral, a cultural. Maybe that's what it was, and it wasn't actually because of the movie. Okay. I can't wait for Tuesday to happen, for that trailer to come out, and for it to not be viewed. I can't wait to skip it. I can't wait to see the thumbnail for the trailer, and then just me go, no, I'm gonna hurt this thumbnail's audience retention. I'm gonna hurt its click ratio, impressions ratio. I'm not gonna click on that thing. And then I'm going to come here and celebrate and tell you, look how much worse it did because it didn't have the main character, because main characters are important. I'm off my soapbox, Darius.
Tina says Wonder Man got 13 million views.
Cool. Watch it not get 13 million views.
Oh, yeah. No, the show itself? No.
Watch the trailer for with Shuri and the Wakandans will return. Watch that one not get 13 million views.
You don't think so?
No.
I have to disagree. As I always say, I think that, we have our feelings toward it, but the rest of the world, the rest of the viewing audience does not feel the way we feel. They don't feel, some of them might have, turned an eye toward recast and might be saying, oh yeah, I agree. I see what they've been, I get it now. Yeah, recast. It's a little weird. So yeah, recast. But they're not like, oh, I'm not watching anything in Wakanda. Now, you could say, well, nobody watched Eyes of Wakanda. That's true. Nobody watched Eyes of Wakanda. or any of those things, or those other Wakandan projects. There's only been that one, Eyes of Wakanda. But I don't think the rest of the MCU moviegoers share our "fuck you, Marvel" and "your Wakanda" if T'Challa's not there.
Yeah, they don't, but they can't lie to themselves and lie to their hearts. They won't leave a comment for this video when this trailer comes out at the same rates that they've been doing for the others. So if I look at Marvel's oh, that's funny. They actually did a Shuri video recently, like to make everyone care about it because it's coming tomorrow. If you look at their last trailer for 6 days ago here, so Thor Will Return, this thing got 16 million views, okay? The one from last week with the X-Men, 14 million views. And the Chris Evans one was 17 million, 16 million, 14 million. What did Tina just write? Will it make 13 million views? No, I think it's going to perform worse than 13 million views. Generally, like, do you think it'll make just as many as those others? 17 million?
I think it will.
In the next... Okay.
Yeah, I think it will.
We got until what, next week or something? You know, the first day the video's out, I'm not going to say, you see, it only got this many. I'm going to let it perform, and then we'll see exactly how poorly it does.
Yeah. I don't know. We shall. Well, Chef, like I said, we'll definitely see. And if they really start filming in June or the summer, then we'll really have. It'll be a very interesting summer as far as Black Panther news goes. We'll see.
Let's read some comments. You guys were active right now. Maybe I'll scroll up a little bit in case I missed something from over 10 minutes ago. I think Damson's Black Panther will appear in Doomsday. I mean, sure, but again, who, right? What's the name of the character? No, not really, but some things I wasn't mad at in the first Black Panther, especially aesthetically wise. But after Chadwick passing, he's been doing a bunch of foolishness.
He's talking to someone else.
Russo's didn't get the memo. They're casting Damson as new T'Challa. Thank you for the optimism, Jarence, if that's your real name. Killmonger, not his cousin. Nakia, not his baby mama. Shuri, his half sister. Ramonda, she is his half sister. They don't have the same mother. Ramonda, his adopted mother. Nakia, a villain, and M'Baku too. Dora Milaje are potential wives. The adorned ones. That's what Dora Milaje translates to. Nova Dragon says, Darius, I heard the same you heard, but for me, it was that he is Black Panther for the MCU going forward and will be in Secret Wars and the Black Panther 3.
Maybe. You know, like I said, that's why I said, do you get an actor like Damson and tell him, hey, thanks for your service, your cameos. See ya.
Whoever goes to this movie to watch this film has a good time. Because to be honest, I'm not going to watch this. No shade. I'm not watching it either with shade. I'm not watching it.
Not watching what?
Or Black Panther 3. I'm not going to see it.
Oh, Black Panther 3. Are you going to the theater to see Doomsday?
If I go, I'll pay for a movie ticket for another movie, and then I'll walk into Doomsday. But I want to give Marvel my money. I don't care about Rhodey. Just like Civil War, the Russo brothers are going to introduce the new Black Panther. All right, Jarence, if that's your real name. Whoever the new Black Panther better have no nanotechnology involved. Why don't you like nanotechnology? Is it just like you're sick of that? I'm not mad at that.
It's not like Civil War, though. I tried to get this point across to Dinner Nerds when he read a few of my comments because we were talking, going back and forth. Not in this stream, it was in prior one. And he stopped reading my comment before he got all the way through what I was trying to say to give his point. This is not the Civil War situation, though. In Civil War, we hadn't gotten the first Black Panther film yet. That was T'Challa's, obviously, as well, you know, his first appearance in the film or in the MCU. Coogler might have his hand on the Black Panther IP within the MCU now, especially after the first one, and think, moving on and having, control over even T'Challa showing up in X-97, T'Challa not speaking in Marvel Zombies, T'Challa being dead, obviously, the big one being dead in Wakanda Forever and all that kind of stuff. He has control. I mean, we've heard from inside the studio, people that work say, "Oh, we had to call Coogler to get approval on this," and he told us no. So that's different. He has the control over the IP now. So when Civil War and when T'Challa came in, he didn't have that control because it's not his character. T'Challa still now is not his character, but he has control of that IP. That's not his character in Civil War. So he's not going to be able to tell them in Civil War, Toussaint is his character. And to me, now I could be wrong. To me, it just simply does not make sense for me to have the control that I have in Marvel currently. And when I say control, I'm saying he's beloved over there from what we know. They wanted him. He was rumored in the rumor mill for directors for Secret Wars. So if he was in the rumor mill for Secret Wars at one point in time, that Marvel must really think highly of Coogler. They must really like Coogler. And I've said before, it's because Coogler plays ball. But I just don't believe, this doesn't make sense, for them to say, hey, your made-up character, before you get to play with him, we're going to do all these things with your character and then usher that into your film. I don't see that being, one, making sense. I don't see Coogler. I also see that's kind of being somewhat disrespectful if I'm Coogler, because I created this character. I set a story for this character to lead into my next story. And now you're going to take this character and age him up and do X, Y. No, it just doesn't make sense to me. Now, if this was another director, like someone they don't respect, like a Nia DaCosta, sorry, I love Nia DaCosta, but someone they don't respect, like, yeah, sure, we're going to take your character, we're going to twist and do, but they respect Coogler. They respect Coogler. This is not the Civil War situation. This is not the same. Character was created in 1966, way before Coogler was even a thought. For civil rights purposes, for representation purposes. That's what the character was created during the height of the civil rights movement. Toussaint was created by Coogler in 2022.
It is a 4-year-old IP.
It's not the same situation. He has say over what I believe. And I could be wrong. I'm not at Marvel, but I believe strongly he has say over what is done with the character I fucking created.
Yep. Let me skip a few. I also heard Nova. He's got sources. I also heard he will be playing the T'Challa, Chadwick's T'Challa, and that they are saving the kid for the future down the line. Nova, I don't know who you are. I don't know what your sources are. I don't know what you look like. I mean, those are just words, Nova. But thank you for the words. Tina says, GeekyCast doesn't know who's he playing. Doesn't know if it's T'Challa, TJ, Azuri. He hit me up.
Oh, you don't know. Okay, what GeekyCast is doing right now is just, it's farming for, it's the build to Secret Wars. It's the build to Doomsday. How many new subscribers can I get getting closer and closer and closer to that date? Because, it's what he's doing.
Probably.
He also just recently reposted one of his deals, scooping something, said, yes, 1 million views on it on Twitter. That's what he's doing. He's building his subscriber count so that when Secret Wars get here, he's going to be one of the people that, you might go to and be like, oh, let's see what Geekcast is saying. Yeah, come on, man. He don't know shit, just like the rest of us don't know shit.
What they did by killing off T'Challa is criminal. I got a bad taste in my mouth with his Black Panther thing. Ryan and Marvel will never be able to live this down. Yeah, but I'm willing to forgive Ryan and say you did the right thing by admitting you were wrong and making T'Challa come back in the movie. And I'm still going to watch every one of your other movies that you do. I can, people make mistakes. I'm not perfect. Ryan Coogler's not perfect. And if he decides sometime between when he did Wakanda Forever to now, if he decides maybe I shouldn't have the greatest Black character in cinema history off screen, and he fixes up. All right, good job, Brian. We all make mistakes, bro. Yeah, it was emotional. Sure, let's go. I'll be there campaigning for Black Panther 3. Some of it is trolling for a response. And aged up to child makes no narrative sense. And even if they tried to make a narrative sense, hyperbolic time chamber, he spent 20 years here, only in 1 minute in the real world. Even if they tried to make it make sense, it would mean that they're not elevating the existing IP of T'Challa Black Panther. And instead we'll be spending time on a dead-end franchise, on a dead-end lead character who will not continue after, Marvel does a hard reboot and goes to phase 0 and some new president of Marvel is there because Kevin Feige is going to be in his 80s. Like when we start over again, it's going to start over with T'Challa proper. So making T'Challa the main character is a waste of time, investment in a character who will cease. It's not progressive without progress. This has to be. Sorry?
No, I was just agreeing. Said yeah.
Shuri is in Black Panther 3, so take that with all this stuff. She makes it. Hopefully she gets clapped. I don't care what happens to Shuri, if she dies, if she lives, it's a T'Challa problem for me. So, I don't want to say things like this to Ko-Ho Nen. I don't ever want to give an anti-Shuri thing because then it goes, you see, they just hate women. So that's not my angle.
Yeah, that's come back. That's kind of annoying, and that's kind of annoying. That it's like that died down, and they redug that argument back up. It's like, oh, hey, yo, you hate women. You're saying everything that you're saying because you hate women, and it's like if you got that from what I said, then we have your intelligence level is now in question. I think that's the bigger conversation at play here now. So it's crazy to me that that conversation has come back up. I've seen that everywhere on Twitter now. It's like, oh, they're misogynistic. They just hate women and this and that. I've been arguing. I have my burner. I've been arguing with some bitch from South Africa for the past 4 days because we hit each other on different time zones. So when she's replying, okay. So we've been fucking going back and forth. And I'm just like, the thing was, she started her argument with a comic, like she started it with like her story in the comics, blah, 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 blah. Then when they came back with like factual shit, she's like, well, good thing this is Doomsday. So I came in like, well, then why start your argument? Like your whole thing is now invalid. Why start anything that you said with comic knowledge if you yourself have never picked up said comic that you're referencing to give that knowledge? Like why? So anyway, we've been going back and forth. I think I won though. She hasn't said anything in 48 hours.
That's a whole day in any time zone.
Yeah.
So Ko-Ho now comes back with a second comment a minute later, and he says, F Shuri for siding with the ops. So maybe you are doing exactly what I'm discouraging, and you want to get me riled up, and I'm not going to fall in for this trap. Please don't do this, guys. I discourage this stuff. I encourage advocating for T'Challa. Try to stay away from typing the letters SHURI because it will be deemed as what this guy is trying to encourage me to become right now, and I will not be egged on to say some anti-woman stuff.
I will say this to add to that. I'm the opposite of chill when it comes to that. I get what he's saying, but I'm the opposite. The fact of you guys are free thinking individuals. You're all grown. You got bills. You got kids. You got lives. I don't know who you are. I don't know how old you are. Whatever. Say whatever the fuck you want to say. That's not my thought. I'm not saying fuck Shuri. I'm not saying he's misogynistic, but hey, my platform, I have a microphone and a desk and a computer that works. I'm up here every day with you, starting every day with you and things like that. Every Thursday with Back of the Bus. You know my thoughts. You know what I have to say. That's not how I think. So, and you all are all grown enough to decipher between the two.
Jabari said, I'm just going to read my comics. I don't know, bro. Wonder Woman got 13 million views. We'll see. They'd rather take a movie without a main head than screaming goats. That's Thor, Love and Thunder, yeah. That's getting 13 million. Stop it. LMAO popularity contest with teasers. Yes, it's a popularity contest, JJ. Type in your number. I'm saying, I said 4 million, right? Let me just say it does half. They did 17 million. What's half of 17? 8.5. It'll do 8 million views. How many views Daredevil Born Again trailer got? But it had lower viewership than Agatha. No, they don't. The Marvels got 26 million views. I know. I get you guys. You're going views for Wonder Man. Views of the Marvels. Every Tuesday, for the last 3 Tuesdays, Avengers Doomsday had a teaser trailer. I think those 3 teaser trailers are the unit of measurement I will use to measure how Shuri's trailer performs, and I think that's fair. Going, oh, what about Wonder Man, and what about those are different than the criteria here. Hold up, I care about Shuri. I just care about T'Challa more. I still don't get how we get Wonder Man, but no Blue Marvel.
Have you been paying attention to the Wonder Man trailers? Have you watched them? I watched them.
I watched them all once at least.
Yeah, I watched them. The when he uses his powers and breaks the table, what is that? I wonder if that's in like episode 7, the last one. Wonder when he gets the suit and stuff too.
Yeah. He hasn't had the suit on for much of the trailer, so maybe he gets his powers towards the end, and that's where all the budget goes.
You know, and then I saw somebody saying like, oh, stop believing people saying that they're not advertising Wonder Man. Excuse me? Like, I swear we all see different things on, algorithms are crazy. They're, it's going to cater to what you, I guess. I would say my algorithm caters to MCU shit. I've not seen Wonder Man advertisement other than these 2, maybe 3 trailers they've put out. I don't see them. I don't see posters. I'm not seeing them 5 days till Wonder Man, 4 days till a new action picture or something like that. I'm not seeing that level of advertisement that they gave for other shows. So I don't know why people are online trying to lie to themselves, saying that, oh no, they're advertising Wonder Man. No, they're not.
The advertising I see is from content creators, Straw Hat Goofy, like doing content about it, but I don't really see that the push. Ironheart has 1.5 to 3.9 million average viewers per episode. Lawrence, where did you get these numbers? I'd like to know. I care about Shuri and T'Challa Senior. Oh, don't even say that one, because by saying T'Challa Senior, you recognize the validity of T'Challa Junior. And I like to not even call him that. I like to call him Tucson. So I'm going to be the word police here, Xavier Phoenix. I care about both Shuri and T'Challa. So here's hoping to them both being present in the film. Mm-hmm. Daredevil Born Again premiere with 7 million views on Disney Plus. And Coho again comes in. I don't understand why he can't be a version of T'Challa from a war-torn universe. Yeah. I was talking about Doomsday.
Well, I mean, to go back to that part, the whole, why can't he be a T'Challa from a war-torn universe? He could be, but I don't know where Coogler currently stands with his feelings toward recasting. I would like to believe he has changed his mind, but the last we saw of Coogler talking about anything involving Chadwick Boseman was the walk, the star that he got, that Chad got, and Ryan spoke. Now, of course, during that time, he's going to get emotional. Even Michael B. Jordan in a recent interview got emotional speaking about Chad. So that's why I say, even though none of them knew he was sick, I cannot speak to the relationship that they said that they had with Chadwick Boseman. So if he and Ryan are as close as Ryan says that they were, I don't know that Ryan's emotions have moved on from wanting a recast. So to go back to what you said about why can't it be him from a war-torn universe, it could be. It could be. Why couldn't it be him in 97? I don't know. You'd have to call Ryan Coogler because he was the one that told them no. Why couldn't it be him in Marvel Zombies? I mean, I don't know. But you'd have to call Ryan Coogler because he was the one that told them no. So I just don't know where his emotions are with it. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, it might be T'Challa. It might be T'Challa." Well, it might have been T'Challa in 97. It might have been T'Challa in Zombies. It might have been T'Challa in Wakanda Forever. But his emotions and his feelings got in the way of that and are preventing him from making beautiful creative strides in this IP that he's just not. So it's, I hate to keep being the bummer on it, but I'm a very pragmatic person. I look at things how they are. I like to wish and hope and dream like everybody else, but I also look at things as they are. And we have been told no twice. Bo told you. We called him. Marvel Zombies, whoever the fuck their names are, told you. And then followed it up with, and then the dude followed it up with, but I don't believe that that's Chadwick's wishes, but you can go look, the video's out there. You can go look it up. He even says that's not Chadwick's wishes. So it's not as if Marvel Studios internally don't know that. Okay? It's not like we're screaming into a void. They're aware of what's going on. They know internally what Ryan knows. He may not have Instagram, Twitter, or whatever else, but he knows. Lupita knows. Hell, she told us to be quiet. They all know. They're aware of it. But I just don't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could say, well, Darius, maybe he told them no because he wanted to do the big push himself and be like, haha, T'Challa. But I just.
You know, the real victim of Ryan's emotions is Lori Harvey. She used to go, hey, baby, how's everything? Oh, man, it's so sad because of the Chadwick Boseman thing. And now she goes, hey, baby, how's everything? Well, it's so sad on set because of the Chadwick Boseman thing. No matter what boyfriend she dates.
I do believe, Bo, on that
I thought that was funny. I thought it deserved a laugh, Darius. God damn. That was funny. That was okay.
Sorry, I was listening, but I was also reading what Blue said. I believe Bo there, Blue, because it just lines up with what they were told in Zombies. He says that Marvel Studios reached out to Coogler and had an idea about having having T'Challa in 97 to where they were told, no, use T'Chaka. Marvel Zombies said, hey, this is the exact T'Challa from the What If episode, because this is a continuation of that episode, and he spoke in that episode numerous times. We're doing a continuation of that. Can we get another actor in here to play T'Challa's voice? No. Make him voiceless and have him die. So you've been told no twice. I don't know. But yeah, I believe him there because it lines up with what they were told at Zombies. Now, if it was just him saying that like alone, I'd probably question it, because that could be a scapegoat reason for you to say or get around why you made the decision you made, and you don't want to face the backlash on Twitter from the brunt of the black folks on Twitter that are wanting T'Challa. So you're gonna shift that blame to Coogler. But now that we have had a second person from within the studio say, we had to ask Coogler, and he told us, fuck you. No, I'm not. No, he didn't say that, but basically said just no. Then yeah, I believe it.
I have a video presentation. Just stick with me. It is relevant to this Panther thing, okay? At a ICE protest, there was somebody. Where are we at? Where's the flag? Where's the flag burning? Damn, I thought it would show the video of the flag burning. Why would you title your video this if you wouldn't have it? Sorry, man. Forget it. I'll just say that every movement has agitators from the other side inside there. Why? To delegitimize it. So when I see Koho come in here and now he's like, no, I am hating on that bitch. She can eat a bag of meat. It's important for me to call this out. It's important to me to go, no, this guy is the problem. This Koho guy isn't welcome here at all. And I don't agree with what he's saying right now about Shuri. And I hear the BS. I will not be swept with my strong desires to have T'Challa. I will not be, in that strong desires, have this swept underneath and kind of co-sign it with me. No, that's go away, go far away. Recast T'Challa. It's not anti-Shuri hatred towards women, that kind of stuff that you have seasoned your comments with. Okay. I ain't paying for Doomsday. I can't give Marvel my money watching and know him how they treat black characters. Jonathan Majors broke me. Any news from your source, Darius?
No. The last thing I had from my source, if I can get into my DMs from here,
It was when Damson Idris was on the red carpet and he was walking, not on the red carpet, the fashion show that Teyana Taylor planned. Remember that?
Yes, October 29th was the last time I heard from my source at 3 a.m. And then again, you know, I've said what I have said about my source, but everybody keeps telling me, trust your source, trust your source. I mean, it's not that I mean, I don't know who to trust, man. I don't know this person from a can of paint. They, you know, I don't know. But do I? I'll tell you one thing they have gotten right, because remember, as I said on Twitter, now, you know, Geeky Gas is running around saying, oh, doing all these quote retweets to people, at me, I'm the source. Well, I don't do this, and I'm not about to get on Twitter. I said it once on Twitter. I'm not going to go on a campaign on Twitter saying it, or here. I'm going to say that once here. I said this in May of 2024 from my source. From my source that had said that Damson, the package deals with blanking names. Anyway, with Storm and all that kind of stuff, that was in May of last year. So I was one of the first ones that said that then as well. So I will say that about my source. They've got Damson right. Then you could say that was kind of, I don't know, an easy guess. A lot of people were campaigning for it already, but they did get the Damson thing right. And but they have stayed and still maintain the same, that he is T'Challa proper.
But that source could be someone who is there to shut you up. Hey,
Could be.
Stop talking about it. It's T'Challa. Don't worry. You maybe have been gaining a little steam there. So here, let me just affirm to you, it is T'Challa, guys. Relax. Okay, wait till Comic-Con because it'll be T'Challa. Just wait, okay? Relax. Stop making content about it. Things are picking up. You're making it a little bit too loud in here. And I think that's what this source serves as. I'm convinced. Could be? No, I'm convinced.
Jamie Lawson. Yeah, Jamie Lawson. Their source is being held at CIA black site. Maybe. You know, I don't know. I don't know this person. So when they message me,
Go back to that person's account, and then where it says about this account, what country is the account based in? And
let's see.
Maybe you shouldn't say it. But if it says West Asia,
I've never done that. I've never done that, but let's see.
Wonder Man honestly looks pretty unique and fresh compared to other MCU projects, not gonna lie. And I've never seen the name Ira Ford on my channel before, but salute to you, Ira Ford, if you're a real person. I mean, you're going to feel...
Where do you see that at? Do I have to get on my phone to see that, or is that like something I can see on the desktop?
On the desktop, you click on the account, then it has 3 dots. Like there's next to the word following to the left, next to the DM icon, it says about this account. Like you can click the 3 dots and you can see.
Oh, the United States.
Ah, okay, good to know.
The US of A.
Nakia obsessed with T'Challa in real life. What's up? I'm like Darius. I'm bracing myself for the worst and praying for the best outcome for T'Challa. It's all an act. If they get so emotional in interviews when Chadwick's name is brought up, how are they able to get through a whole movie? Is this like a class? Is this like a union? Like they're united in their... If one of us breaks, then we all leave. Like, I don't know. Seriously, Feige, Coogler, and Nate Moore all have to go. That's what I mean. Feige and Moore can go. The only way they can clean the mess up is Secret Wars rebooting the MCU and bringing back T'Challa. It's science fiction. There's lots of ways to do it. It's not the only way. I'll be there for IMAX 3D. Good luck, Eugene.
I'll be there for IMAX, not 3D. I hate 3D. I don't know why IMAX here is trying to force me to watch Avatar in 3D. That's the only way I can watch it in IMAX. What? I don't. That shouldn't be. That shouldn't be the only option.
That's how they make so much money, eh?
Oh, I won't be seeing it in IMAX then because I hate 3D. I don't want to. I end up taking off the glasses. Like I take them off too much because one, they bother me. I don't like that shit.
They say that they perfected 3D for Avatar. Then they use a different kind of technology, one that doesn't hurt your eyes. I saw a TikTok about it.
No,
Speaking of T'Challa, man, they did my boy Blade dirty. Yes, they did. We have a super chat.
Running through these checks till I pass out. The shorty give me neck till I pass out.
Pass out.
All I do is cash
Thank
out.
you. Battery, $2. Can you address the fake news of Ahsoka delayed? Ahsoka delayed. Well, since they never gave us a release date, can we really officially say it was delayed? Can we say?
There are people that are trying to say that. Well, I don't know. Again, I think that I don't know. On Disney Plus, it still says 2026 for fall.
Yeah, I'm sure it was delayed. Everything else was pushed back. Wonder Man got pushed back. Ironheart pushed back. Everything on Disney Plus's slate was pushed back. So, in that sense, everything was delayed. But they've never given us an official date, so it wasn't delayed. It's hard to answer that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember when we had 4 Marvel shows a year, and now it's 2? It used to be so much better back then. Oh, no, I'm lying. We still have many Marvel shows. It's just they're animated shows and like different projects and stuff. But I mean, like live action, it was WandaVision the same year as Falcon and Loki and Hawkeye. And those were some live action, full budgeted TV shows. And now we get 2 of them mixed with Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and like Iron Man Armored Adventures, things like that. Watch it be Sri Lanka. It was United States. They're actors. That's what they do. Mm-hmm. It's better in Dolby anyway. Will you watch it in Dolby?
I don't even know what the difference is. I don't know that I've ever watched a film in Dolby.
As someone that also doesn't like 3D, the glasses don't bother you that much. They fit much better on your face.
Yeah, so is this like universal? Like it's the only option in IMAX you have, like everywhere you have to watch it in 3D if you watch it in IMAX? Because I just think that that's just a very shit option. I think there should be an option B. No, I don't want to watch it in IMAX or in 3D, but I still want to watch it in IMAX.
Ahsoka is this year. Yes, it is 2026. I've seen Guardians 3 and Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning in Dolby.
Oh, what is there like a Dolby theaters? Like is this a separate deal from? Because I don't know that I've ever seen a film in Dolby. I know what it is. I just don't know that I've ever seen one. And like, so it's a separate theater.
Let's move on to something else. Let's keep it Marvel. I think there was some other Marvel topics though. Wasn't there one with Robert Downey that you sent me? Yeah, there was. Let's go to this. It's coming from Majestic. I received this information this morning. Apparently, it's been verified. Robert Downey will play at least 3 different characters, Doom and Iron Man among them. Given the amount of money he received, besides Dr. Doom and Iron Man, what other character do you think he could be playing in the movie? Kind of a big scoop. I predicted this, that of course he's coming back as Iron Man. Why would they pay him this much to not be Iron Man? Just a big news story here. What's this credibility? Majestic UCM. Who is he?
He's not really.
He says reliable rumors. Okay, in that case, I gotta follow you.
He popped out last year with some shit. Yeah.
Account based in South America. I hate when they don't say the country. What do you mean South America? That's a big place.
But you can believe him on some stuff. What the hell? On some stuff.
He's playing Tony Stank.
I do believe that he's playing multiple characters. Who this third one could be, I'm not sure at all. Obviously, Tony and Doom. I don't know who the third one would be. You can't just be like, oh, Superior Iron Man. Well, that's still Tony. So I'm not sure who.
He'll pull an Eddie Murphy.
But they also shared, I don't know if it was Majestic that shared, I think it was Daniel RPK that shared that Doom's team will be the Maestro, King Thanos, Hydra Cap. I think that was it. There might have been one more.
Like when Michael B. Jordan played 3 characters, Smokestack, but also he played Stack as a vampire. Oh. This one that you sent me says, what if the Iron Man we see in Doomsday is the 2012 Tony? After seeing the video footage of Loki escaping during the time heist in Endgame, he could have studied time travel and diverged from his timeline. This Tony could even reach Earth 199999 to face Dr. Doom. That's just a fun theory. I don't know.
So Tony versus Tony.
Yeah, just like he's playing Stack as a vampire, he's playing Tony from 2012.
No thanks.
3 characters. The third character could be the Beyonder. I like Superior Iron Man. Ayo, what would you do about this tweet right here? Because he's persistent. What would you do?
I don't know. That one's on you.
I'm gonna let it go, but I'm not letting it go because I approve. I'm letting it go because the longer he does it, the more proof that it is that's what this character is about. He clearly heard that RDJ is playing Ketema, the new Black Panther, a white guy playing a black guy, etc., etc. That was good. That was a good mic. Mm-hmm. There was layers with that one. He's the dude disguised as a dude playing another dude. Yeah.
He could be says he could be Johnny said he could be Beyonder. Yeah, could be. Could be. But in the same, let's see, keeping it Doomsday. This was put out by, if you want to pull that one up, from Screen Geek. That says Tatiana Maslany is no longer involved with Marvel Studios and may be done with She-Hulk. With Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars approaching, it's unclear whether the character will return, be recast, or quietly phased out. To where My Time to Shine Hello had said Marvel Studios really wanted She-Hulk in a big way for Avengers Secret Wars. We know she was in the what is it? I'm sorry, concept art. The problem is that Tatiana Maslany has no interest in working for Disney. If they're unable to convince her to return, the options are to remove the character altogether, recast the role. No, I don't believe she's returning at all. And good for her. Good for her not returning. The reason she's not returning is the same reason that Mark Ruffalo just gave a 2-minute monologue on the red carpet.
I gotta play that.
That's the same. I mean, she also spoke not too long ago about somewhere, I forget where she was, but spoke on the situation in Gaza, the genocide that's taking place. And she stands strongly on that. And she spoke out strongly on it all after Kimmel was let go. You know, she had posted on Twitter.
Yes.
Instagram, sorry, delete your, unsubscribe to Disney Plus, delete your accounts, So no, she's not coming back as She-Hulk. I don't believe now. I believe. And like I said, good for her. Her morals and things she believe in come before whatever check they're cutting. So good for her.
And they would probably love to cut that check and get her in there and be like, we can still have differences. Oh, no, here, $2 million. I'll come back, Tatiana. But she probably will say no to that.
As a Canadian, it's strange to be standing up here when we are witnessing the genocide of the Palestinian people at the hands of the Israeli settler colonial state. And we watch and we do nothing. And I would say, with whatever platform I have, that we can't do nothing. And I would demand that our government demand a ceasefire, stop funding the genocide, stop being complicit in it. Thank you for this honor. Thank you for being here. Free Palestine. Thank you.
Mahershala Ali is probably not getting his lead also for the same reasons. He signed one of those ceasefire agreements, like Artists for Ceasefire. And Mark Ruffalo's the Hulk, that's different. He's pretty established. He's there, so it's kind of different for him. But he was never getting a solo movie anyways. I think they'll stick you in a group movie, but they probably don't want to put you in that solo movie. Make you a bigger star. Just so you, like when Brad Pitt, he's the executive producer of that Palestinian movie, the voice of Hind Rajab. Him and Joaquin Phoenix. Those guys are cooked. Those guys produced a movie that showcased how those evil men and women in that army are, and killed a little girl who was trapped in a car. And it was so dramatic. It had the 911 operator talking to her. What do you see? The tank is coming from behind, from in front of me. And then you lose connection. And it was a movie. It was like an hour and a half of just suspense and thriller. And they eventually took her. So back to my point, Brad Pitt is going to be blackballed no matter how good F1 did. They're going to say, oh, he's washed. They're going to not do anything with Joaquin. They're not going to do anything with Mark Ruffalo, Mahershala Ali, and Tatiana Maslany also. If I'm them, all you pro-Palestine, Javier Bardem, if I'm you guys, don't just talk about, I don't want to do a movie with them. Put your money together, fund something, and make your own studio. Make your outskirts. It's not Paramount, Universal, Sony, Disney, Warner Brothers, but if we all celebrities got together with our star power, we could market this movie ourselves, and we can have a healthier industry. It'll be creator owned. They should have that, and I hope that's where this goes. Tatiana Maslany needs to group up with some of those other major celebrities. Only Paramount is doing that, the blackball thing. Yeah, the Ellison family, they bought TikTok just so they could censor what is said there about that rogue state. The Ellison family bought Paramount. they're like the most amount of donations that go to the forces are the Ellison family. No one donates more than that family. And they want to control narratives. Arthur says, Chill, do you have any idea how much that would cost? Come on. Arthur, the money exists. The guy who owns Oracle, the Ellison family, is like one of the richest billionaires in the world. Maybe the richest. I think he just beat Elon. So the money exists. The infrastructure is there. The owners of each one of these studios are Team Occupation, and they're occupying Palestine. Do you have any idea how connected this force is, Arthur? Do you? Disney was willing to work with the actors like Mark Ruffalo. They're going the Zachary Levi route, making Wildwood instead. Zachary Levi, is he outskirted, like he's not allowed in Hollywood anymore? What did he do?
No, it's not that he's not. No, he's still allowed in Hollywood. He's just MAGA.
Oh. None of them will be blackballed. Okay. They travel to the X-Men universe where the Rambo is in the third act. Stamina says, let it not go the way of Daily Wire is my only hope. It'll be the answer to Daily Wire, except they wouldn't be racist. They sued WB because they didn't want to be bought by them. And they want to control CNN. At least not those big names. Okay. I hope so, Blue. I hope. David made he can't get his way. David Ellison? Did y'all talk about the Blade movie? We can do Blade. So, you're watching The Afternoon Woke Up. It's Chillmonger. It's Planet Fanatics Darius. Blade, according to Jeff Snyder, at the end of the Hot Mic podcast this Thursday, the Blade movie is canceled. They will not go forward with a Blade solo film. They will repackage it, and Blade will be part of, get this, Midnight Suns. That will sell more tickets. More people want to see that than Blade, Midnight Suns. Of course they're doing this. That's my reaction. What?
It's just I think it's just I mean, this is not from Marvel Studios. This isn't from Marvel Studios. How many times have we heard since, I don't know, forever in the 7 years of making of this film, that this film has been canceled, this film has been this film has been that, this film. Only thing that is substantial is from what you heard from Delroy Lindo, from what you heard from Mia Goth, what you've heard from Mahershala Ali's lawyers, what you've heard from Mahershala Ali. The one thing you heard from Ali when he just said, I'm excited to get going. That's the only substantial things. These other things have come from Snyder. And I'm not saying that that's not substantial, because I always say, anyway, I'm not saying that that's not substantial from him. I'm just saying we've heard this for 7 fucking years in the making of this movie, that, oh no, Blade's canceled. Oh, nope, it's back on. Oh no, they've made it simpler. Oh no, it's about his daughter. Well, oh no, now it's the Midnight Suns. Oh, it's canceled again. Oh, he's gonna be older. Oh, they're gonna
just
do
wait
a
for the
reboot.
writer's strike to be over. We'll figure it out. No, the lockdowns. It's not the writer's strike. It was the lockdowns this fall, and that threw everything off. But hold on, wait. We're gonna reboot with Secret Wars, so just wait a little longer for this Blade movie. It's coming.
The reboot. It's coming in the reboot. Just wait. Like, no, like it's nothing's from Marvel. According to Marvel Studios, there's, I guess, still doing it. So.
What do you say? He wants to jump on real quick.
Yeah, legit. Let Blue on.
We got time for Blue? All right, Blue. I bet he's going to be in his car. Place your bets, everyone. Is Blue going to be in his car when he jumps on the stream, or is he going to be set up with the mic and cam? It's 6:00 p.m. Eastern. He's over there in Florida. Is he in his car? I think he is. I think he's driving back home, watching us. Thank you, Blue, for checking us out. Between this and T'Challa, why doesn't Feige come out and say he doesn't want to elevate black male heroes? He thinks he is elevating. He thinks he's doing the right thing. He doesn't understand the representation thing, or he's a white supremacist in disguise. It's one of those. Midnight Suns would be yet another shortcut, another premature decision. I want it badly, but not like this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if Midnight Suns is real and that's the route that they're going, I mean, we've heard that several times. But if that is the route that they are going, I don't know that would be like a bad thing at all. I mean, I've seen people saying, like, how does that fit in the tone of the X-Men saga and anything like that, and blah blah blah. I don't know why you feel it. I don't know why people think that just because it's the X-Men saga, why does every film have to be an X-Men movie? It doesn't have to be every film has to be an X-Men movie. There could be something that ties that film to the wider overall whatever leading into the X-Men's big finale of whatever their Infinity War finale is. It could be something leading into that. I mean, I don't know. It's not as if the Blade and the X-Men haven't crossed paths in comics.
Okay, I'll combine Stamina's comment with this one. You're going to get a Blade, though, Chillmonger. Because I know what it comes at the cost of. Because a Blade solo film, all the resources being done to humanize a black character and make him just as popular as guys like Doctor Strange got to, and, you know, pick your character, Thor, Wolverine. And Hulk, if we can do that with those characters, we should be able to do it with Blade. So I'm not insulting the Midnight Suns movie or how well it would do, or if Blade could be the standout character in the Midnight Suns movie. I'm saying that it's coming at the expense of progress. And so therefore, even if he's still in it, something that is 100% 10 out of 10 A plus great representation being replaced with B plus, he's still in it. B plus, you can be the lead of the movie that's an ensemble cast. I will always look at it as the lesser than, and I will complain and advocate for the best possible form of representation, because that is what being taken away. Blade is being taken away for the Midnight Suns Blade appearance. What's up, Blue? You're home. Hi.
Yeah, man, you would have lost what money you was gonna put up.
Ah.
What's up, Darius? How y'all doing, man? I'm glad to see y'all back, man, with this afternoon. I love it. I love it.
I appreciate it. What's going on, Blue?
Not much, man. I see y'all talk about Blade, man. I just wanted to jump in real quick, man. Y'all knew Blade. Mahershala Ali let y'all know. He been telling. He been. I know Darius said about the lawyer and Mia Goth. They just everybody going. You know, if it materializes, they got something to be like. Okay, yeah. Well, we was just waiting, but that ain't coming. It's not happening. This is a way for Marvel to reconstitute what they can, recast Blade if they have to, or go with Wesley if they have to. But this is a way for them to get Blade out. But Mahershala, if I'm Mahershala, I'm not showing up for a lesser role when I was the EP on Blade. I was the guy for Blade. So you think Disney brought him into the boardroom or into the offices and was like, hey man, we know you had your own solo film that you was EPing and everything, but we got a better idea. Ensemble movie. Like
Yeah. No, when I mentioned the lawyers, I was talking about how she was saying this is the most unprofessional thing she's ever seen in her career.
Oh yeah, it is unprofessional.
Yeah.
But this would be another. Let's add that to more unprofessionalism, because I had my own solo film that y'all paraded me out in 2019, wearing the hat and everything, to now regulate me down to an ensemble cast. Like I won't even be the star of my own movie. I will be, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm cool. I got other things, and even. Chill showed the little video what he said, man, I've been doing stunt work on this other movie. I got sword work. I'm good. Yeah. I got my Blade over here.
It's called Your Mother, and that Bassem Tariq guy who was supposed to be directing Blade, he's doing that movie with Mahershala.
It's like everybody stealing Blade and going and doing their own Blade. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about them? It could just been like a pre already done type deal.
As far as your mother?
No. As far as his likeness in Zombies.
Oh yeah, no. Even what was her name? Who's Scarlet Witch? She said that was old.
Oh yeah, she did, didn't she? She said she didn't even remember filming that. She said she didn't even remember doing the voice work for that.
Yeah, she said that was old.
Yo, I love how little the actors care about this stuff.
Well, she said she did that in her living room during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
The voice work for Zombies,
which is weird because you couldn't get Mahershala Ali to do voice work in his living room for Zombies. That's letting me know even more that he's not on board with something that's going on with Blade. Well, we know he's not on board, but this further cements for me that he's not going to be showing up for Blade. He's got other things going on, and everything that he's been doing outside of this has been working for him. He just was in one of the bigger franchises this summer with Jurassic Park. What did it 860 something? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like nah, I'm not worried about more. I just don't think Marvel is not the biggest game in town anymore. I don't believe. I think they've come back down to they're not Titans anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're mortals now. They can what he said in Rocky, he bleeds, they bleed.
Now, what happens if Doomsday is the $2 billion film that a lot of people are thinking it's going to be? Does the he bleeds turn into all that for just a drop of blood?
What did The Last Jedi do for you?
What did who?
The Last Jedi.
I don't see the correlation, but
why is it not? It's the same thing. It's going to go down. Let me ask you this, Darius. Did The Last Jedi go down in infamy for you?
Absolutely not. But that's because they took existing characters that were beloved and turned them into pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying that trilogy with Rey and all of that's not a infamous trilogy. That's not like
no, of course not.
Y'all, I'm saying y'all don't hold it up. Like Star Wars, I don't hear Star Wars fans like, oh yeah, that's my favorite trilogy. I hear a lot of disdain for Rey and that whole series, and it did major numbers. That's what I'm getting at. It's gonna sell, but that doesn't mean that the fans necessarily are gonna prop it up like,
Okay,
oh, this
right. Okay, I get your point there. So maybe then let me rephrase it.
Mhm.
What if it makes that $2 billion and is beloved and is like, oh my God, wow, people are buying, more tickets to go see it and taking friends to go see it and
right?
And this and that.
I mean, look, if they pull off what I would deem to be the impossible, because I just think there's a lot going on, then they pull it off. I'm never one for. I'm not a ha ha ha. I told you so necessarily, and I'm not a. You know what I'm saying? I give props what they do. If I can come out and pull off the craziest, dopest story, we good to go. We good to go. Because we around here talking about it. We're not necessarily off the mat. I just want to see Feige can do better than what he's been doing, or want to see Marvel do better than what they've been doing. So I would love for them to get back on track. You know what I'm saying? Get the train back on the rails. It's just with all of this going, I just think it's an uphill battle, and I do think it's going to be full of spectacle. Spectacle sales, but that doesn't necessarily mean the story is going to be coherent. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I look at it. So, yeah, I think it'll do numbers. At $2 billion, because what is Avatar doing right now? What's its last?
It's at 1.4 or 3, but Zootopia is at 1.6.
Mm-hmm. So I can see it doing the one. I could see. I don't know, 2 billion. I want to see what whatever the final tally for Avatar and Zootopia is. I can see that being somewhere, maybe the norm.
Zootopia 1.6.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
It is. It's the highest grossing animated film, I believe, in China of all time now.
Yeah. So I don't know, but Blade is to wrap it back to Blade though. Nah.
Ice skating uphill.
Ice skating uphill. That's exactly what it is. But like I said, I do believe once they do it, and let me ask y'all this: do y'all think that they recast with to get Mahershala out of here?
I think they should. I think they should. I've said this even when I said this 2 houses ago that I lived in. Yeah, no, they should recast him at that point. How old is Mahershala? What, 57, 56?
52.
Yeah, 52, 54, something like that.
Shit. Forgive me for getting all the numbers on him, but shit, he's still not 40 in his 40s or anything like that. This man is too old to be trying to run around and be Blade, in my opinion. And I don't think the Hugh Jackman treatment with Wesley is the way to go either. I don't think you like, okay, well now let's just pivot to Wesley. No, what the fuck? No, get someone new in here, someone fresh that can come in and play this role. But
I think they go to Wesley route. I think
that's just insane. I'm not saying what you think. I believe that they would do that, and I think that that's insane. I think that that's insane. I think that
nostalgia is what's selling Doomsday. So if Doomsday does what you think it'll do, the 2 billion. We saw Wolverine and Deadpool play off of nostalgia. They just gonna keep giving us nostalgia until we get sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that's what they're gonna do, because I don't think they have a credible storyline going forward after this. They don't, after Avengers is done. We talk about X-Men. We're talking about all these things in the future. I don't think they know what they're doing into the future. I really don't. Y'all talked about Black Panther 3, what it is, the Shadow of Wakanda. Shadow Wakanda, but they talk, you know what I'm saying? Like,
man, they don't know that either, because when you read the synopsis for it, it sounds just like Wakanda Forever.
That's what I said. I said, ain't this Wakanda Forever? Like,
yeah,
he's showing up to be a warrior, blah blah. Like, what? Okay, but I just don't believe that Marvel knows what's next, and they've been proven to us. They didn't know how to pivot away from Chad passing, right? In the story that they were supposed to tell after that, they didn't know how to pivot that. They pivoted into Kang. Kang happened. They didn't know how to pivot out of Kang, right? So it's like they don't know how to pivot. So they said, "Fuck it. Let's just give them the Chris's. Let's bring back RDJ." You know what I'm saying? Like, they hit us with nostalgia, and nostalgia will sell them into the next part or give them enough time to where they can recalibrate and maybe go for it. That's how I feel. That's what I think is happening. But I don't think they know what's going on. We're talking a lot about Sadie Sink being an X-Men or a Jean Grey or something. What sense would that make if you're about to kill that world anyway? Like, why am I bringing and making Sadie Sink into Jean Grey or part of the X-Men? And why the hell would she be running around with Spider-Man in the first place? That wouldn't make no sense. But this is the world we live in.
I've never believed the Sadie Sink thing. I think that that's just simply not who she is. Yeah, because it just doesn't make sense in a Spider-Man film for me personally, for her to show up in a Spider-Man film that is dealing with I don't even know what that movie's about, to be honest with you. Anyway, my only pushback with the knowing what they're doing in the future is their pivot back to the Russos. We know the Russos are going to be helming the X-Men saga and bringing that forward and things like that. Now, obviously, they're not directing everything because they believe Jake delivered a hit in Thunderbolts. That he's right for the first X-Men film or direct. Yeah, he's directing the first X-Men film. But the Russos are helming that. And the Russos have long talked about wanting to do Secret Wars, wanting to do the X-Men movies. Excuse me, things that they would bring to life and blah, 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 blah. And have we lost, I have not, but have we lost faith within the Russos?
Have we lost faith in the Russos?
I have not.
I'm 50-50 on the Russos, man. You sometimes you go off, which is what the Russos did, and they tried to find their lane. And sometimes you come back with that stank on you. I don't know.
No. I don't think it's fair to judge them off of Terry, and because I'm talking about their MCU hits. They have not had a fail, and they have now. True, they only have.
I agree. I agree with that. That's why I said I'm 50-50. I know that they can do some MCU stuff. I agree with you on that. But they also left and kind of wasn't on par with everything, right? Now they're coming back. Should I necessarily trust them? I still can only, that's like a quarterback, right? Winning championships that this team leaves and just stinks up the joint and then comes back to the same team I'm supposed to expect them to play the same way.
They have the opposite of Ryan Johnson's issue, where he sucks at the franchise, and then when he goes solo, everyone loves his stuff.
So that's just how I'm looking at it. And I'm not saying that as they're just gonna come in and be bad, but I'm just holding off on the Russos. I'm not finna praise them, and I'm not gonna totally destroy it and say, "Oh no, they trash." You know what I'm saying? I just want to see what they do. That's all.
We still, just outside of what has been plot leaked, and I guess you could say plot leak because it's a different plot leak every week. But plot leaked, and the only thing that I really go off of, because I mean, obviously we know Steve's in it, and we know some of those things about Doom appearing to them maybe as Tony or whatever he's going to be doing, or whatever, however that happens. The X-Men trailer we saw that lines up with behind the scenes photos that we saw with the Sentinels and all that kind of stuff. We still don't know what this film is really going, like what the structure of this plot is going to be. So once that trailer comes out, that I guess that then be able to gauge a little bit more of where everybody's heads are on, okay, this is making a little bit of sense, or no, this is not making any damn sense. And when is that one supposed to be? Is that the Super Bowl one? That's February, correct? That's February next month.
Yeah. I don't want them doing it because that's still, to me, too early in the game to drop. You know what I'm saying? Because I would do a Spider-Man trailer for the Super Bowl. I wouldn't do Avengers, even though, I mean, they might do it together, but I wouldn't want to step on Spider-Man. To me, Spider-Man is, let me get y'all back into Marvel. I know they've been hitting us with these teasers, but to me, Spider-Man is Marvel's mascot. Let me get y'all back into Marvel. Let me show y'all what we got going on over here with Marvel. Get everybody back amped up and primed, ready to go into Doomsday. Whether it has anything to do with Doomsday or not, this can funnel you back into Doomsday. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't step on my own dope by releasing a trailer or 2 trailers at once. You know what I'm saying? Because now, not saying you can't do both, but it kind of make who do I go watch or what am I watching? You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things. So
I
that's
agree on that one. I would definitely push Spider-Man. Spider-Man can do what an Avengers film can do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd push him personally. I agree with that. The little clips they're putting out, sure, if you want to keep doing that, fine, okay. But I would be pushing the trailers for Spider-Man. But again, that's also not really their decision.
Yeah, that's
Sony's under over the marketing, aren't they?
Yeah. Sony does the marketing. It's basically Sony's movie.
And then Marvel gets to sell the toys and merch, so they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what a win-win for Marvel! Like, damn. Okay, it's not a win technically because, of course, they prefer to make the movies themselves. But fine, if Sony has all this control, at least they're making that money for us.
Yeah.
There was that report that said that Sony recently, like as of yesterday, I think, day or before, or the day before, said that Sony is more willing to play ball or being open to letting Marvel in more, I guess, to do more. Exactly did that report say? But anyway, yeah, something like that. So if that is true,
new leadership over there, right? I think it's some new leadership.
Do they?
I think so, because I saw the same thing too.
From Cosmic Marvel, Sony's now reportedly more open to sharing their Spider-Man characters with Marvel Studios. That's Daniel RPK. Well, what does that mean? Does that mean a Disney Plus show with Jessica Drew?
Could be anything. Could be letting them get Venom. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm Sony, I would say what has worked for me on the Spider-Man side of things. The only thing that's really worked is Venom.
Morbius is going to be in the Midnight Suns.
But I wouldn't even pass up that Venom one because there was another report. I don't remember who exactly that was from. I thought I favored it, but I guess I didn't. That had said that the symbiote is going to be a huge part of the next big Spider-Man trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that's going to be Tom Hardy. They'll probably, do some recasting, get the symbiote in there. But there was also a report that said they don't want Venom eating people in the MCU. They want to stray away from that part of Venom. Okay, I liked him eating people, but you want to stray. They want to stray away from him.
You can do Venom without eating people.
Yeah, you can. But they strayed away. They're wanting to stray away from that. So I guess they're redoing it all together. But I don't know if it's going to be. Well, it's definitely not that symbiote. It has nothing to do with Sony because it's not that symbiote that got left here in No Way Home and got sent back in whatever movie or whenever it got sent back. Because it's not here anymore, is it? Didn't it get?
Nope. For what we know, it's still here. A symbiote was left behind, and the goop walked forward on the counter.
Okay, so then it's going to be that. But if it's that one, then I don't think it's going to be linked to Tom Hardy and have his voice and all that kind of stuff. I think they're completely redoing that character altogether.
That kind of leads me because I also brought up, a lot of people have been speculating about Sadie Sink's character, and I've thrown a couple of characters out there. With that symbiote being left out, I kind of threw out Shriek being of consequence to maybe Spider-Man, this Spider-Man going forward. And like you said, because from my understanding, in one of the leaks, Spider-Man is supposed to be in the Avengers with the symbiote suit. So,
yeah.
I was just trying to go down and connect the dots on that. What do y'all think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that before I could see Jean Grey. I mean, Shriek is within the Spider-Man rogues gallery. When it comes to Jean, it's not as if the X-Men and Spider-Man don't cross paths. They do, but I just don't like what we don't even have who the X-Men are established in the MCU, let alone we're introducing Jean Grey in a Spider-Man film that doesn't tell us shit about. Now, granted, she doesn't have to automatically be an X-Men when the mutants are introduced. She could be, Jean coming into her powers, but that's just not with what we've heard, unless things have changed on the table. That's not with what we've heard they're doing with the X-Men. I believe she's gonna be in it, but she's gonna be like one of the teachers. So because they want to go that Jubilee route and the younger route. So she's gonna be one of the teachers. So why would Jean be as young as Sadie damn Sink showing up in Spider-Man. And if you saw that trailer that we saw, why is she saying to Spider-Man,
Yeah.
if you don't get out of my way, then it will be more than just whatever that don't remember who Peter Parker is. That don't sound like Jean. Is that Jean with the Phoenix? Why she got the Phoenix?
I'm leaning more towards Typhoid Mary myself. That's who I'm putting my money.
I lean towards Jean Grey. I'm not mad at Typhoid Mary or anybody. I mean, they've got to do the movie before I can judge them.
Yeah.
Why are you leaning toward Jean?
I see the way that scoopers react to all of this, and some of them are scoopers, but like My Time to Shine Hello is Kevin Feige, basically. So I've seen the way that they shut down Josh Den Nerd when he was doing his thing, and how they amped up, oh, it could be this, could be that. So I'm like, oh, it is Jean Grey. He hit the nail on the head, and now they've got to control the narrative online. So that's why.
It just don't make sense with what Sadie said.
In the
People lie. She can say anything she wants. I remember one time they asked Brie Larson, and she's like, "Who's Captain Marvel? Is that like Captain America?"
Yeah, but this wasn't Sadie playing dumb. Like this wasn't that. This was her actually talking about her character and saying what she could talk about, what she could. This sounded more genuine than, oh, who is that? Is that Captain? That's come on. Yeah, girl, get off my couch. You talking like that.
Yo, I'm gonna trust your intuition, Blue. I didn't see this interview, but if you could read the tea leaves and you think that there's something else there, then fine. There's something else
she was
there.
actually describing her character. Like she was talking about like changing forms and stuff like that. And she was talking about changing out wigs and all types of stuff like that. So I'm looking at a character who can change their body size or body mass or look different or something. That's why I'm leaning into all of these other places other than Jean, unless we're doing Jean is telepathically making her look like somebody else and shapeshifting and stuff like that. But
one thing we do have to very much remember, though, her character is in Secret Wars. So is it just a regular old run of the mill Spider-Man runs into this villain every now and then, Rogues Gallery, one of his Rogues Gallery villains, or is this actually somebody bigger that plays the wider Secret Wars narrative?
Right. Is that confirmed that she's going to be in Secret Wars? Is it
that who was that by? Let me make sure I got who that was.
75%, 80%? Because then if that's the case, then I might have to change because ain't no reason for Typhoid Mary to be in Secret Wars. But I'm looking at Spider-Man is grounded. It's a grounded story from what I'm understanding. Everything's grounded. All the players involved are grounded. Punisher, Daredevil, Hulk, even the rumor of Jessica Jones showing up. We got Tombstone. We got Scorpion in it.
Check the DM, chill.
Damage Control. Like we got all of these, street level badasses, not cosmic threats or big, huge, threat. So that's why I'm more leaning towards a more grounded character. So.
Now, I think with Tombstone and Tarantula and some of the others that have been named, I think that is more montagey. Mm-hmm. I don't think that they are in anything really, maybe even past the first act.
Okay.
From my understanding, I think that we are supposed to see, like, kind of how Raimi wanted to open the third film. Like, hey, everybody, this is what I've been up to. And it was a montage of him taking in Mysterio, taking down some others and the cops, taking them into the police station. I think from at least what's been out there kind of leaked on this, I kind of lost interest in the Spider-Man leaks because it got crazy. But at the time, they were saying that the opening is going to be a montage of him dealing with
the
villains that we know. So I don't know that they could be past the first act, but that's just what was out there. So I don't know. Whoever she is playing, it's Deadline that's saying that she.
Well,
that was November 18.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't see a Deadline report. I didn't see that. But looking at the chat, Hulk is most definitely a street level hero. Just to let y'all know, he does more street level stuff than seeing him do cosmic Planet Hulky stuff. He's a street level guy.
Hulk is not street level. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think there's so many things he can do and has done outside of streets.
No, but he's more a street level hero. He is.
Listen,
look at his rogues gallery is all street level. Got the leader, that's a street. Abomination, that's a street. These are all street level people. The U.S. government, that's street level. What are we talking about? Like,
Well, no, you're giving examples of some street level stuff they have. So I can tell you the X-Men have William Stryker. You know, they've got. I can
yeah,
name some
X-Men
of
are
the
street
street.
level too. They protect the Earth from
They don't
humans.
have adventures in outer space though.
They do, but where are they generally at? Who are they generally fighting? Chill. Amongst themselves.
Are there
on
mutants?
Earth, on Earth.
They've got villains from a lot. I don't think
They do, but how often do the Shi'ar show up? How
once,
often are they off planet?
once
In
every
the
2 years.
totality of the 60 years that they've been around.
There's a few times they've gone to space for the
Say
Shi'ar,
that
but
one more
then
time.
I'm not allowed to answer these questions. You're just allowed to
You
ask
did.
them,
You
and I just
answered it
gotta.
perfectly. I said, say it again. You answered it perfectly. You answered it perfectly. Say it again for the people in the back.
Many times I would say that every couple years they would do an adventure in
I like the way you
space.
say the words. You said it's a few times, which is exactly what it is. It's a few times. Few
Every
times.
couple-
We get Krakoa now, right? We just got Krakoa in the comic.
Didn't that just end?
And that just ended. Where are they at now? Who they fighting now?
In
Where
Krakoa,
they
they were
fighting
fighting people in terraforming Mars and having adventures there against government agents. Actually, I don't want to argue this with you, Blue. You can have your opinion that they're street level. You're just wrong.
We ain't
Hulk is
got
street level too. That's right, Blue. Hulk is street level. Prowler is cooler than Venom. Of all of the Sony characters, Venom for sure. I would say Miles is second. Prowler and they got Kingpin, don't they?
They got everybody.
They got
Morbius.
All the good.
No, they don't have Kingpin. They don't have Kingpin.
They don't.
You talking about Sony, right?
Yeah. The big three of Sony though would be the like I said, Venom and Miles Morales.
Wait. Sony
And
doesn't
Spider-Man.
have who?
Kingpin.
They do.
No, that's over there at Marvel with Daredevil.
Vincent talked about that. He talked about that gray area. He talked about it in an interview because he got asked so many times, "Are you fighting Spider-Man? You fighting Spider-Man?" Well, there's this whole gray area with Sony and Marvel and what I can and cannot do. And hold on, let me pull that up.
Yeah, for the
We-
film,
we-
Sony has a films problem. Like film wise, Kingpin is a Sony character. He can't be used in the film
Yeah.
He can't be used in film.
without their permission.
TV show. Okay.
Yeah, in the TV show.
But then Sony can't use him because Raptor Cloak just says Sony can't use Kingpin in live action. First time we got a live action Kingpin when it came to Marvel doing it.
Not a
was
live
Marvel,
action
right?
problem, Raptor Cloak. Sony used Kingpin in Miles Morales Inner Spider-Verse, the first one, I think.
Mhm.
And I think that should be proof enough to you, Blue, that they're allowed to use Kingpin.
No,
Sony
I'm,
was like,
no,
This
I'm
is-
asking, I don't know.
This is
Okay,
what
now
he
you know.
said. This is what Vincent said. He has explained that his Kingpin character faces legal hurdles between Sony and Marvel, making his appearance in MCU films difficult. Though he's a key part of Disney Plus shows like Daredevil Born Again, he stated Kingpin is caught in between rights issues, meaning he's currently more suited for TV than big screen crossovers, despite strong audiences' desire for him to face Spider-Man.
That makes it the big threes right there. It's Venom, Miles, and Kingpin, and then maybe Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew. Not Morbius and Craven.
Wait, no, that don't make sense because he's in Daredevil.
Marvel has the ability to put him on TV shows. Sony only has film rights, film limitations.
Sony has movie rights. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, film, movie,
So-
same thing.
Right. No, I'm with you. So are you saying that because I'm hearing that Kingpin is supposed to be showing up in this Spider-Man?
That they must have agreed to something.
No,
Yeah, Vincent-
Kingpin. I don't. As far as I know, those rumors have been put. I haven't
Yeah,
heard
it's not
anything in a
true.
while about him being.
Yeah, I haven't heard it in a while, but we ain't really heard too much about this to begin
Yeah,
with. It's not-
I don't. At least I don't believe he's in the Spider-Man film. But like Tina was just saying there, Sony's got the rights to the movies. Marvel's got the rights to the TV shows, and that's kind of what this thing was alluding to here. And he has said that, because he got asked several times during that Daredevil Born Again press stuff. Nobody
That's
gave a
the
damn about him
weirdest
fighting
thing
Daredevil.
to separate them like that. That's weird.
Yeah, everybody was like, Spider-Man? So Spider-Man? He's like, man, listen, I want to, but there's this like weird legal. He did. It was like an interview on the red carpet. He was standing up when he was talking about it.
Because you normally see more deals like that when it comes to like animation, not live. You know what I'm saying? TV show live action, they kind of deem together because it's the same person normally playing it, whether it's on TV or a movie. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's do a super chat.
Big bank, take low bank, bank. Big bank, take low bank, bank. Type of money you gonna need to say.
This comes from Battery. He says, 2-time Oscar winner, still not enough. Feige is an op.
He is.
2-time Oscar winner.
2-time. He is op.
He's an Oscar hating. You know, someone also wrote here something about they don't have enough to pay Mahershala Ali, and I'm going, no, he's a black actor. How much money do you really think he's demanding? How is he gonna leverage you guys, you studios? What was he gonna say? Well, Paramount's willing to pay me this much. No,
they got the money. That ain't the issue.
I don't think that's happening, but they do disrespect him insanely. It's frustrating. Let's do another super.
Scared money don't make no money. If I ever go broke, I'ma take your money. I ain't never drop a dime.
We were just talking about you, Andre, where if Marvel invited y'all to San Diego Comic-Con and you got a chance to interview Feige, would you go? And what would you ask? Blue, you first. Kevin Feige, SDCC, you and Blue.
Yes, I would most definitely go. And what would I ask? I would ask him why he fucking up Marvel. That's exactly what I would just be real brash with it. Like, why you messing Marvel up? It's been alley-oops. And why you keep messing up? The lob been there right off the backboard. What's going on?
This is a tricky question to me because I know an answer would be the most vanilla, he'd probably lie in the answer. He'd probably do. It's hard to what am I going to ask? He's not going to tell the truth if it's like one of the questions that I want, right? So I'd have to just.
This is a live interview. This would have to be a live interview where he's on the spot, where because this can't be something that's
we record.
Yeah, right. No edits, because if you do one of those recorded edits and they get to they control the interview, they can't do that.
It's just a live interview on the spot on the whatever color carpet that Marvel chose for this premiere. On the spot, I'd ask him. So did you really have no say at all when it came to the decision of not recasting T'Challa? And if you really had no say at all, where are you standing on that decision now? On the spot, live television.
That's a good question.
No delay. No delay.
I told you.
Seconds.
I thought I told y'all this there. He said let the niggas handle it because that way he ain't got to be a scapegoat for nothing. It ain't on me. I said it's their decision. That's what I think he ultimately did, but
I believe
don't think we'll answer that question either.
I just surround the whole conversation about T'Challa. I wouldn't care about any of the other movies going on. I just say, how do you feel about T'Challa being recast now? I heard you say in an interview you would have recast Iron Man and Captain America. Okay. Did you talk to Chadwick Boseman's family? Hey, look at this video. Actually, here, stay here. Wait, I got it. It's there, right there. See, look. Derek Boseman says I'd be fine with it. They didn't kill Superman. Like, you see, Derek Boseman said that. You guys ever talk? Like, I would just have a whole 5-minute interview at Comic-Con about T'Challa and why he's not actual T'Challa.
I want to take back mine. I think I would lean more into Captain America being black. Like, why didn't y'all go all the way with that? I would ask him, why won't y'all just lean into this black man being draped up in the American flag, knowing that you're gonna get backlash from both sides? Why didn't y'all lean in?
Yeah, even though I didn't care for, actually didn't care for is an understatement, hated Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Some of the most compelling things was when he was dealing with Isaiah, and it was the most interesting stuff. Dealing with Isaiah, and one thing though that was frustrating was Sam strikes me as MAGA. He's one of those people that is like you try to tell, like Isaiah was trying to tell him about shit. He was like, oh no, man, I don't see that. Like, I'm just like, nigga.
MAGA.
Yeah, so
They
but,
did kind of slide him that way a little bit, though. He did kind of teeter.
Yeah, he did.
Tail was over there a little bit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, definitely a Republican.
That's funny.
They might need to lean on that. I mean, they might have made more money. It's like they're missing out,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Chill.
That MAGA audience. Do you see whenever someone does something racist, you know, they do a GoFundMe and they get like $1 million? That hate, those hatred people.
Man, I don't. You think I hate Sam now? Whoa! You send him the MAGA route where he's in the MCU advocating the way Mackie advocates in real life. No,
if they would have had that as a storyline, and then a real one showing up to put him like in his place, like Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? Like constantly putting him in his place and showing him, rubbing his face in it. Come on. Man, you can't.
Man, but that's what was frustrating me in the show. Isaiah was trying to tell him shit, and he was just like, "I've never heard of this." You have to hear. You're hearing it now. And it was pissing me off. It was pissing me off how he was acting. It went until the very end where he had his speech, his next speech, where he was.
Even that was cringy.
It was.
And that's why I want to see more. I want to see him. What has he learned from being the Black Captain America? To me, hey Cap, like that ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nobody high-fiving Cap just because it's Cap. Like, nah, where the Proud Boys at? Where all these, you know what I'm saying, entities that don't want to see this man be Captain America? Where are they at? And why is he not having an issue with them, you know what I'm saying, these people?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. But they dropped the ball on Sam. That's why I know I saw, who was it? It might have been John. I haven't watched John in a while, but it might have been John. I think it wasn't John. I think it was Robert Meyer Burnett on John's show saying that I've seen people saying that Chris Evans is about to replace Sam. They're not doing that. They're going to elevate them both. And this and that. Brother, they can do whatever they're going to do as a studio, but the audience themselves only gives a flying fuck about Chris Evans.
Mm-hmm.
This is fact.
Oh no!
Actually, what you said was wrong. It's not only flying fucks, swimming fucks also for Chris Evans.
Yeah, they're flying fucks, swimming fucks, red, blue.
I don't understand why everybody thinks just because he still got the shield as Captain America that he's gonna matter as Captain America when Chris Evans shows up. Like we've been dealing with Chris Evans as Captain America for how long now?
Right.
You know, like
no, I changed my question. Then I go, okay, Kevin, yeah, they're both Cap. Who's being paid more? How much more is this one Cap who's equal getting paid compared to the other Cap?
I mean, but he said it himself. He was asked, why do you think Captain America Brave New World underperformed? He said, simple, because Chris Evans wasn't in it.
He did say that.
Yeah, he said that. He said because Chris Evans. Now he went on to say, well, you spent so many years with Chris Evans as Captain America. Okay, so if you knew that, why did you make the decision that you made with Sam? Like what? It's kind of like it's brother. It's kind of like the Duffer Brothers, how they have been like Matt Duffer was like, oh, I regret answering questions about the finale. I had the flu. What? What? So like, yeah, no.
Why be mad at Feige, man? The decision making with Feige is a little weird. It's just a little weird because it's preemptive. You know what's gonna happen. As soon as you turn this man into Captain America, you should already know what's coming down the pipe. You should know. It's easy to step in front and you know what I'm saying, change directions or whatever that hate is and all of that. But they didn't. They just threw Sam out there and the movie failed, and then it was like, oh, it failed because we didn't have Chris Evans. You think? You think?
Yeah.
Duffer Brothers lied about it being a D&D game the whole time.
Did you watch? Okay, so chill. I know you didn't really pay attention to Stranger Things like that. Blue, did you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You watched the finale.
Yeah.
What did you think?
They lost me with the before the finale. They lost.
Man, they lost me before the finale too. Maybe I should have prefaced it that way. What did you think of season 5?
It It started off. I think it started off good, and then it just fell off the rail. Like that first when we got my man getting the powers. Oh, he's the wizard. You know, I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then we come back with the second, and then we're going to the finale. I was like, nah, y'all lost me. Y'all lost the plot to me, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all do know that whole story is based off a real thing, though, right?
What, like D&D?
No, it's based off of the Montauk experiments up in Montauk, New York, where they was getting kids and putting them through experiments and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah, the whole he even referenced it when he was talking to when he was talking to the mom. They was having dinner. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm moving up to Montauk, yada yada yada." You know what I'm saying? When he asked to marry or whatever. But yeah, it's all a true story. But yeah, they lost me midway through season 5.
Yeah, no, that was probably, you know, I cannot depend on Netflix right now when it comes to finales. I loved Ozark, you fumbled that finale. I loved On My Block, you fumbled that finale. And I love Stranger Things. I've been here for 10 years, and that was our season 5. That was, first of all, you built on nothing from season 4. I just went back and watched season 4 because it to me is brilliant, beautiful, just
What was good?
And now you go to season 5, and I'm like, what the hell? What is going on? This is awful. Like it just wasn't good to me. Like it wasn't good.
The only thing that they touched on from season 4 majority was him losing him dealing with losing his friend, so being an asshole the whole time. And I was like, man.
But then you had like I agree with some things that a lot of things people have been saying online. You get to the abyss, and the Duffers, I don't know who their PR team is, but no, maybe it wasn't a good idea immediately for you to start answering questions about the finale after. Maybe you should have gauged and looked at some of those things being said online and gathered your thoughts, then come out and said, because the things they were saying, I was like, y'all are making it worse. I was like, y'all are making it worse, because they were asked about the abyss and where the Demogorgons were, where the Demobats were, where all these things were. And they were like, oh, well, Vecna wasn't expecting to get hit on his home turf. His home turf?
That ain't his.
He's not from there. You showed us that in season 4. Right. So it's like, what are you? So it's like, that was terrible. But then when they finally beat him, and then you had Winona Ryder do that cringy, you fucked with the wrong family and cut his head off. I'm like, what are we doing? But then I looked, because at that time I had clicked, the screen to see how much time is left, because he's dead.
It was a lot of time after that. I was
45,
like,
no, sir, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
45 minutes after killing. And so I'm thinking to myself, okay, that he's not dead.
That's the same thing I said. I was just waiting. Vecna finna come out of the closet. Yeah. Vecna finna do this. Vecna finna. I'm like, man, not with 45 minutes left.
No, for the last 45 minutes, they said, no, we're going to pull at your heartstrings that you've lent us for 10 years. And we're going to show you that they graduated, which makes people talking about online. How did Max graduate? She was in a coma.
Right.
All this stuff. And not only that, like, why was she walking? How could she see? Like, man, that was one of the most terrifying things. Season 4, episode 1 is better than the entirety of season 5. They actually made Vecna somewhat scary in season 4. When you see what he does to Chrissy for the very first time, you've got Eddie screaming,
having her up in the
having her up in the air and cracking her and all that kind of stuff. But he did that to Max. That was done. Now he didn't kill Max. It wasn't done all the way, but it was done to Max. Why is she walking? How can she see? No, there's so many things.
It's Jean Grey, man.
Season 4 had bangers. They just fell off a train track with season 5, man.
Season 5 was awful.
But at least they had like the release schedule where they had like 3 chunks of episodes coming out. That was all right. You get to maintain your relevance and everything. So for a whole month, everyone was talking about it.
Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't pay for it. Because I was about to go. Like, me and some friends were talking about, let's go. Let's go
to the movie.
Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't.
Yeah. Nah, I was like, why am I going to the movie to see?
Does this make you worry for Starfighter? Because I feel as though Deadpool and Wolverine was a Ryan Reynolds movie, not Sean Levy's movie, and Sean directed Stranger Things.
I said this.
I
said this, and I said this, bro. I was like, after I saw it, I said, now, Sean Levy, who yeah, you can say, oh, some people say, oh, he directed Deadpool Wolverine. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, even though, because Marcus even told me on Thursday, they have some, him and Ryan have done things together before, but Deadpool is Ryan's baby. Like Deadpool is that, like he literally is Deadpool. He is Deadpool. So like, it's like Ryan or Levy was just there to direct and give some type of other creative vision outside of Ryan Reynolds. When it comes to when it comes to what we saw, the end product of Deadpool and Wolverine, that was Ryan thinking about that for years and years and years and years. What we're seeing with Starfighter, yes, I'm worried because he called the finale he directed the finale and said that it's one of the best finale he's ever seen.
Yeah.
So
that 45 minutes they could have kept.
They could have. That's why I don't understand, like, people getting excited. People are like, "Oh, Tom Cruise filmed a scene for Star." Okay.
Oh, the lightsaber scene.
Yeah,
He
but
operated
the
camera and the microphone, and he operated it in the water while they were doing a fight thing in the water.
Yeah, I saw the picture and looked like from Jurassic Park. I saw it. I was just like, because everybody was like, "Oh, that's so dope. Oh, I can't wait to watch." What? Okay, so that one scene, you're going to be like, "Hey, bro, Tom Cruise did that."
You know what, though? My problems with Star Wars, not the directing. It's the writing. And it so happens that the writers were the directors, but it's writing as an issue. So I can't blame Sean Levy for it. I know Sean Levy has a great history, Free Guy, Real Steel. He's got all the other seasons of Stranger Things.
Real Steel was great.
So he can facilitate the shooting aspects of it, but it still always comes to his scripts for me when it comes to the Star Wars problems.
Well, I mean,
they've made it cringy.
Yeah, the directors do get the opportunity to go through those scripts and red line and change up things and do a couple rewrites. So, it's a lot of times as much theirs as the writer also when it comes to the story.
But you know what? As much as I'm sitting here saying, and I thought about that same thing, as I said, after watching the finale, and maybe I was just looking for more things to complain about. I don't even give a fuck about Starfighter to be worried about Starfighter at all, really. The only projects I'm checking for right now is, I'm going to keep saying it, Ahsoka and Maul. That is it. I'm going to go see Mando Grogu, but I'm not counting down the days or any of that.
Save your thoughts on Star Wars for when we do the Star Wars Kathleen Kennedy has been eliminated live stream. That's coming later this week. I don't know what day yet, but it's coming.
But Darius, you think they should have did that into a movie? Grogu and
no. Man, if you're Star Wars style, there's no.
I just wanted.
No, I don't. I don't see how running around with Stinky for 2 hours or an hour, however long it is, a character that we've only met once in 2008, and now we're hanging out with a bounty hunter that's only been introduced in Clone Wars. Hey, but you know what? Y'all got it. Y'all got it. We'll see.
We did Blade. We did Panther. We've done all of it. You sent me something about the golden. Oh, let's do this one. Sebastian Stan. So there is a DC item to talk about. You've seen that Scarlett Johansson, she's being thought about for the Batman, and we see that now. That doesn't work. Sebastian Stan in some Two-Face outfit or costume or filter, and he's going to be cast as Two-Face. How do we feel about this one?
Well, it came from my understanding, it was his hairstylist or his stylist that posted the information and said that he was going to be playing Two-Face. That doesn't mean it can't be true. He might have heard it. Being a stylist, he could have heard a phone call that he had or been in the room or anything like that. I don't know. What do I think? I think that Bucky's dying, which was a rumor anyway. And then he's about to be on, joining the DC universe. Because if you're signing on to be Harvey Dent, that's not a one and done thing, I don't believe. Now, it was with what's his name in Nolan's, but I think judging from listening to Matt Reeves talk in interviews, and Barry Keoghan, as we know, is showing up as the Joker in this as well. He wants to keep a pretty connected universe, and I don't see killing Harvey Dent, Sebastian Stan, getting him on, then killing him.
I mean, Harvey Dent normally gets killed in all these Batman universes.
He does, though. He does.
Whether it's Billy D to Tommy Lee Jones. Who was my man?
What is his name in Rise or A Dark Knight?
But you know what I'm talking about. Like they
Yeah.
get rid of him. They get him on up out of here, man. So, but I'm with you. I think Sebastian Stan is too recognizable of a face, especially right now in this world. I don't know what the Batman universe with Matt Reeves. I don't know what's that going to become going forward. Aaron Eckhart, that's right. I don't know what's that going to become going forward. You know what I'm saying? We got Warner Brothers being sued by the Ellisons because they fucking take the hint that don't nobody want to be sold in. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know what's the makeup gonna be when it comes to Warner Brothers in general. So I think we enjoy this Batman 2 film going forward, and
this is the one actor that you don't need to be big. Half his face is gonna be this red, CGI. Who cares how recognizable the face of your Two-Face is?
I wish that was true.
You're already
If that was the case, they would have did Gore. They would have made Gore instead of a pale skinned.
Stupidity still happens. Yeah,
know
that
what
was
I'm
stupid.
Yeah, that's all. But I'm with you.
I like this this mock-up of it. I mean, if he is Harvey Dent, I back it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well the trades did confirm it. So yeah, I back that he's Harvey. I like Sebastian. It's gonna be sad to see. Well, I guess it really won't be sad to see Bucky go, but he'll go, and he'll move on to Harvey.
Scarlet is playing.
I don't think they still don't know. Still don't know.
Is she a villain? Because if we're getting Two-Face, Joker, which Poison Ivy.
How many people are in this movie?
Right, that's what I'm like. A lot going on in this movie.
Yeah, they've got quite a few. Let me see. Hold on.
James Gunn needs to step in and say, "No, I'm using that character. I'm using that character," because they have everybody for what, a finale. Well, they're not gonna have a Batman 3, Matt Reeves.
Phantasm. Yeah, I heard Phantasm too. Yeah, heard that she could be playing the Phantasm.
Well, then if you're doing that, Phantasm, James Gunn is gonna be pissed.
He damn sure likes stories like that.
The streets are saying
if I'm Matt Reeves and you're James Gunn, and you tell me, oh no, you can't use that. Fuck you. This is Elseworld. This ain't got shit to do with you.
You know what? The Batman 2 was greenlit maybe 3 months before James Gunn became the leader of DC, and because of that, this movie's gonna happen. Nothing Gunn could done. If he was gonna be canceling it, he would have canceled it. But David Zaslav gave Matt Reeves gave him the contract. It's happening.
That's the same thing I said. I think not a Marvel shot it. I do think that Gunn tried to get this thrown away. I do think that happened. I think that's why we haven't had a Batman yet, because Gunn has been trying to fight to get his Batman to come out, but they like, no, Batman 2 is coming before yours.
There's this undisclosed problem, and it's private, that Matt Reeves has. And many people I watch on YouTube have said this. They just don't want to reveal what it is because it's like private. It's not a James Gunn problem.
I think two things could be true. I do think he might have a problem. We know that, for one thing, everybody says Matt Reeves writes slow as hell, so it could be that, right? I think that's an issue. Whatever his undisclosed personal issue is, it's that too. But I also do think that Jimmy is like, nah, I want to do my Batman. And he like, Zaslav like, nah, we got Matt Reeves' Batman coming out.
Yeah, he asked.
Everybody's familiar with it already. I do believe that that's going on.
He knocked on the door. He went to head office and was like, yeah. And then at the end, hey, about the Batman thing, he pretended like it wasn't really the reason he came for that meeting, but it really was.
And I think any self-respecting person who just got hired as the head of such and such would ask that question. Like, hold on, man, what's going on? I kind of came here to do some Batman stuff. And they're like, yeah, we know. You know what I'm saying? That was the end of the whole meeting. Yeah, we know.
So out of spite, he does Booster Gold, Sergeant Rock. That's why.
This is what this thing says. Everything we know about Batman 2. It's just slides. Sebastian Stan is playing Two-Face. Harvey Dent, Scarlett Johansson, obviously an unknown role. Barry Keoghan will return as the Joker. Zoe Kravitz will not return as Catwoman. The story continues from the Penguin with more powerful Oz in Gotham City. The film will be deeper, scarier, and have higher stakes. Matt Reeves directing. Film begins filming in spring of this year. Hits theaters October 1st, 2027.
Jamie Lawson is still the mayor?
I hope so.
I believe so. Doesn't say anything about that, but I'd assume so.
She should take that, even if they only like lowball her and they say you're only going to be in one scene when you're on TV making a speech. I'd still take that because I want to be in the Batman movie. I want to be relevant. I want to appear in something that millions will watch.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you take that role, because the mayor's role could be. I don't think it'd be big, but I can be showing up in multiple scenes and throughout the movie. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I take that. Of course, I take that. Like you said, I want to be in the Batman movie. Battery, what is that? Battery I4V. All this fake news. No source ever said Gunn wanted to kill Batman. It's been greenlit, and Gunn only supported Reeves the whole time. We never said that it was that. I never said what I said was true. I was saying what we speculate. Yeah, Gunn supported Reeves. We saw that, but yeah, I'm gonna toe the company line. I just got hired on. I'm gonna toe the company line. That don't mean behind doors that I'm not having conversations about.
That's what
Batman. You know, I just think that that's fair. I don't think that that's like hating on Matt Reeves or nothing, but y'all hired me to do a job. And if I want to do this job, then let me do my job. And if not, yeah, I can give you Sergeant Rock. You want some Sergeant Rock? Here you go.
So that was DC. That's our DC item for today. Next up, we jump to the world of, let me see, we did Damson. We did, Sinners. We got to talk about Sinners. Over at the Critics' Choice Awards, Ryan Coogler got like the Director Award or something like that, recognized for that. Then they got an Event Movie Award, a Cinematic and Box Office Achievement Award. Cut over to Tina's tweet.
Did he only win 2? I thought they won 3 awards last night.
The Goranson got for the best score. Mm-hmm. And people are mad because that happened during the commercial break. And yeah, I wouldn't know it happened in the commercial break because I don't watch it live on TV. But man, they did it on the commercials.
I just want to thank the audience for showing up. It means the world. This movie was made by hundreds of people. We don't always, when we work in the film business, wear tuxedos and look glammed out. It's usually a grind. You know what I mean? We wearing like performance fishing gear, and we in the swamps, and it was an honor on this movie to know that it was getting a theatrical release. We would remind people every day in the dog days of summer in New Orleans. We would say, "Hey, big movie, people gonna see this, big theater." We didn't know that they would show up, so we just want to say thank you that they did. It meant the world to us.
So, Sinners, this is the award season. They made some noise. I think I'm happy for it. I also saw something that happened on the red carpet on Cornelius's channel where Ryan Coogler was talking to a certain somebody. Where is it? Here. Let me read. Do you see it now? Do you see it?
I was reading Stamina's.
Oh no. There
it is. Yeah.
All right, guys. So here we have a little backstage footage of the 83rd Golden Globes. And obviously we see the back of Ryan Coogler and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And you know what? I'm finna start rumors that The Rock is in Black Panther 3. All right, guys. So here we have a little backstage footage.
The jabroni beating. Pie eating. Trailblazing. Eyebrow raising. Film star of Black Panther.
You know what that mean, right, Chill? The hierarchy of the MCU is about to change.
The hierarchy of Wakanda is about to change. He's gonna be The Rock.
I love it.
Don't make him give you the people's kimoyo. You take off the bead, throw it to the crowd. Elbow.
You gotta watch The Rock, man. He'll try to take over the whole situation over there like he did with DC, man. So gotta watch it.
Very stressful week right now with the Oscar awards coming up in maybe 3 more weeks. I think it's award season, like last award thing, and then see whether or not it wins. Right? I think Grammys are next week. No,
Grammys is the week before the Super Bowl. Then Oscars is before that. It's Oscars, Grammy, Super Bowl, if I remember correctly.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
is it like that? Oscar, Grammy, Super Bowl?
wanna
That's
say
gonna
it
be easy to remember. And then NBA All Star.
Yeah. NBA All-Star.
Okay. I don't care what Sinners does. I know the people who vote for Academy Awards are gonna like One Battle After Another or Timothée Chalamet's movie and all that stuff. I know that. So whatever.
I think honestly, I think Center wins something. I don't know what it wins, but I do think Golden Globes is not a testament to what is going to happen in the Oscars. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It was a big movie that everybody thought was going to win, and then out of the blue came Jamie Lee Curtis and Everything Always Nothing winning crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you can't look at the Golden Globes like, oh, that's it. Sinners is not gonna win anything. So don't not expect Sinners to not win anything, but don't expect them to just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I could see them winning two, just like they just did with Golden Globes. They'll win two categories, but I think they'll get a category that actually matters. It won't be the freshest pickup line in a movie. It won't be nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It'll be something that actually is something that's really matters.
They're claiming experts are saying that it's going to win the most Oscars.
That Sinners will?
That's what they're saying. As experts, at least.
The best thing that happened at this award show is Mark Ruffalo. Every time he was asked a question, oh, you want to know about what I'm wearing? Oh, this is for Renee Good. This is because the president is just trash, and we gotta get rid of the corporations. I have the video I'll play in a second, but I think one of you was about to say something before I play that video. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, yeah.
I heard a noise. Okay, go ahead. Let's play what Mark Ruffalo does because I'm interested in what he says at the next award show. Keep inviting this man. He was in Now You See Me, Now You Don't. So he did a movie this year.
I can't really. I got to be honest with you. I'm not feeling so great. We have a woman, Renee Good, was murdered in our streets of America today, and we got literally stormtroopers running around terrorizing. And as much as I love all this, I don't know if I can pretend like this crazy stuff isn't happening. We have a president who says the laws of the world don't apply to him, and we could rely on his morality, but he has no morality. So where does that leave us? Where does that leave the world? So I love these people. I love being here. I love you. But I also can't. It's so hard to pretend anymore. This is crazy what's happening.
I have to. This is why Kevin Frazier's the man, right? He's probably getting in his earpiece. Okay, that's enough for Mark. Hey, let's get back on track. We're here for these reasons. He asks a follow-up question.
Ask you because I have family from the Twin Cities, so I understand how hard that is right now. Well, lots of people are hurting right now, and that's the problem, is that the people are hurting.
Yeah, and people can't pay their rent. This isn't making us any safer. They can't pay their rent. They can't buy food. Insurance is impossible. They can't take care of their families and health. There's no education. I mean, this is not making America better. If it was, I'd be, yeah, great, let's do it. But that's not what's happening. And we have Americans being shot, killed, a woman in her car.
So I'm going to ask you this, because everybody, we're talking about the problems. What do you think we can do what are the solutions?
Listen, I think most Americans want the same thing. They want a little sun on their face. They want to know that their kids are going to be okay. They want to know their kids are going to be.
You kind of dropped the ball with that answer. I want solutions. Don't tell me we're all the same and we like sunshine.
They want to be able to pay their rent. They want to be able to know they're going to send their kids to a good education. But right now, the whole Senate, the whole Congress has been taken over by corporations.
Here we go.
So who's there fighting for us now?
Yes.
Nobody. But if somebody did, they got us at each other's throats. The billionaires got us at each other's throats, right? We're out there killing each other. You know what the solution is? Is doing something for the working people, putting all your focus on that.
Here's what I'm going to say. I respect the fact that you're using your time in your forum to get out your message, and I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, how can we do that? We can't. I don't know. I can't keep pretending.
No, I hear you.
It's driving me crazy. I'm hurting, and I know a lot of Americans are.
They are, but you are still a Golden Globe nominee. Congratulations. We'll look for you in we'll look for you in Spider-Man too. We'll look for you in Spider-Man. Okay? All right. Take care, Mark. Mark Ruffalo.
He did not win his nomination.
Yeah, W for Mark. I say W to any of the people with platforms on these red carpets that get microphones that are able to speak to the thousands, the millions, or whatever, and speak against the tyranny that we are currently facing under this tyrant, under this administration. Because if this isn't months ago, at the beginning of the year when we were talking about, oh, he did this today, or oh, he did this today, or oh, he did this today. This is what we were saying in the beginning. It's only going to get worse, and this is at worse. And it's only going to get worse from here because he's continuing to do all of these things unchecked. Because he thinks that he's above the law. He thinks he's above international law. He thinks he's above law. And he's going to continue to do the things that he's doing and saying the things that he's saying. Like, I'm sorry, Blue, I'm to let you go in just a second. He said this, he had said this one here. Sorry, here it is. He said that he thinks that what the civil rights did, I'm sorry, this is the exact quote. White people were very badly treated, where they did extremely well, and they were not invited to go into a university, to college. So I would say in that way, I think it was unfair in certain cases, people that deserve to go to college or deserve to get a certain job, unable to get a job. So it was in a way, reverse racism. And again, to be able to take the civil rights movement and reverse it as if white folks were the ones that were treated unfairly, as if white folks were the ones that were told that they couldn't go to certain schools or couldn't live in certain neighborhoods, couldn't eat at certain restaurants, couldn't drink from certain water fountains, getting sprayed by water hoses, attacked by dogs, beat up in the street for just being black.
Yeah.
That privilege, I don't think that I'll ever understand or comprehend. But it's also the bigotry. It's the anti-blackness coming from him and this administration and his followers and things like that. And people, I'm telling you, take this man at his word. It's going to get continually worse. We just saw what happened in Minnesota. It's going to get continually worse.
No, I concur with you, man. What I'm saying is, I just urge everybody to go out and do their civic duties this November, so we can try to get some type of balance back into these things, so we can limit some of the craziness that's going on. That's the only thing that we can really do as of right now. But he wilding. I think him saying what he just said, I don't even know if he believed that him damn. I think it's he a puppet. I said this to my homeboy. I said Trump is just a useful idiot is what he is, right? He's just a useful idiot. Trump is a bumbling dude. Passed him the note. Not something you're supposed to read aloud.
Rubio said, "Move on from this question to another," and he read the note aloud.
He was like, "Go back to Chevron," because Chevron is the only people who's showing up to this whole Venezuela oil takeover situation. Because it's the dumbest thing in the world, because the infrastructure over there when it comes to oil is bad. Plus, ain't no security, and don't nobody want Americans over there right now. So everybody else is like, "Nah, bro, we ain't going over there because they gonna shoot and kill us if we go over there." You know what I'm saying? Chevron is the only one who wants to play ball, who might play ball. So that's what Rubio was doing. He was saying, "Hey, man, move on from that. Let's get back to asking Chevron." He was like, "Yeah, let's ask Chevron." It was like, hold on, Rubio was like, "This dumb." I'm trying to say, he's just a useless idiot. That's all he is, man. He's just a useless idiot.
He's a puppet. For who? I direct you to this question and answer for Congress. This is for Nancy Pelosi's seat. She's not going to be running again. So there's a vacancy over there in San Francisco. Now, these three candidates are being asked yes or no questions from the audience. This is the litmus test, everybody. Is Israel committing that? And he wouldn't put his yes or no.
That clip was from our first candidate debate last night, and it tells you everything you need to know about this race. Because when you can't call out a genocide when the whole world sees one, how can we trust you in DC? The vast majority of people in this country want to stop American taxpayer dollars from funding a genocide in Gaza. We have to replace Republicans and Democrats who aren't with the people, and that's what I'm going to do.
That's why primary elections are important, everyone. They're the real elections. They are. All our candidates are being puppeted, Canadians too. So be aware and don't vote for the enemy. It's primary elections. You can vote for anyone you want to. So just see who answers the question and see who's going to be bought.
What's up for me? I can't do that. It don't work. I'm an independent, so they only allow me to.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't allow me to vote away like that. which is weird. Certain states don't do that. Certain states will let you vote for whoever you want to vote for. I was a Democrat prior, so now I can only vote in a Democratic race, but I'm an independent. So whatever.
Understood. Well, then in the general election, try to look up and down the card and see who's not taking money from DoorDash or, I'm just choosing corporations. Like, find the guys who are grassroots. Okay, let's get a super chat. Let's find a guy who's grassroots who's about to super chat me some money. Battery says, I thought you were Team Nikki. She mega Barbie now.
Oh yeah, well, it's been a spell, I guess, since we've spoken, or that you don't have me on social media. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I've been very vocal about Nikki. Like I've said, her husband is a registered pedophile, so birds of a feather. She's playing ball with the other pedos, I guess. The question, when she stood up on Turning Point USA with Erica and was saying the things that she was saying, boy, I'm telling you, what an ignorant, exhausting ass bitch. Like, just to get up there and say the shit that you said, to have the you're defending this man who didn't defend you in his life, who said the things that he said about you in his life, that said that you are not a role model to young Black girls, and you and Cardi B and the music you make is not the type of music that should be ushering in a new generation, and all the other things that Charlie Kirk said about you. But you were so quick to get up there and shuck and fucking jive for them motherfuckers. Because what the reason is, I don't know if it's because you need a pardon for your pedo husband and your brother, or if it's what it is. But you look really ignorant, and again, not doing your research. You're sitting here worrying about Christians in South Africa and all this kind of stuff and blah blah blah. You need to be worried about this administration you're supporting that's trying to get rid of birthright citizenship. Bitch, you're not from here.
Mm-hmm.
So then what? So you're going to sit there and just like the Hispanic girl at the very beginning of the election, we left President Trump. Her husband got deported. You still loving President Trump? So what do you get? You know what? Nikki, I pray that that album in March plummets. I want to see if the MAGA maggots are going to go out and turn out for Nikki's album, because they all sitting here talking about in March. She has an album dropping in March. It's March or May, one of them in months. I think it's March. So is MAGA maggot showing out for that album then? They was all sitting there, bees in the trap, bitch, they only know bees in the trap because it just went viral on TikTok with that other song. They couldn't name you 5 Nicki songs, let alone sing it word for word. So all the people you were dissing when you were sitting up there at Turning Point USA, all the people that show up to your tours, all the LGBTQ plus people in the community that show up to your tours, and this and that, and all for you that you dissed and all this kind of stuff. Let's see. I want to see now there are still some that are going to show up, because there are still some that are defending Nikki, which I think is just batshit crazy, because she literally said to your face what she thought about you. But hey, okay. But
that's why I don't think it's pardons. I don't think it's all these rappers who got pardons. They don't do what Nikki did. Nikki went like over the moon with it.
She did, man. She did.
I have not seen something that's weird. Getting a pardon. Hey, my daddy's locked up, or like you said, my husband's. Can you? But I don't even. That's a state thing, right? Is that no? That's federal, because it's dealing with kids. Never mind. The brother's a state thing, though, right?
I think so. And they're gonna deport his non-birthright citizen ass too.
But I hate to say it. I hope I'm not ostracizing any of our art. And I'm not. But I just think that not being of,
there's nothing you can say that she ostracized herself.
Well, no, I'm talking about the audience here that's watching.
Yeah.
No, I won't go that way.
I'm as far as Nikki goes, it is Team Cardi. Where's Cardi? Team Cardi, because can't stand. I cannot. I can't. You, like I said, for me, this is no long. It stopped being about politics a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is a morals and ethics and character, and if you're teaming up with that side, regardless if you have a secret agenda or whatever, it's no thanks. No, thanks. You won't get any of my attention, music time. And I'll say this too: when it happened, people were saying like, "Oh, Nikki lost 10 million." No, she didn't. She really didn't. Now, and that's one thing I will say: she didn't. Nikki hasn't had an Instagram for a long time. I'm a former barb. I know this. Nikki hasn't had an Instagram for a long time. So she didn't lose any followers on Instagram. She might have gained some on Twitter, some maggots, but she didn't lose any on Instagram or anything like that. I'm more interested in the sell of her album in March.
Yeah, there's also
my bad. Go ahead, too.
Well, there's also no recovering from this. This isn't a mishap. This isn't a DUI. This isn't a let's make a comeback story. I'm over with you. You were trying to manufacture consent for an American invasion in Western Africa, and Traore is doing some amazing things right now, and we know that they just want to have boots on the ground and access to ending that. The day of the Venezuela thing, the day after, it's been not widely reported, but there was another assassination attempt on the Burkina Faso leader Ibrahim Traore, because this man is developing the country and using the resources in the ground to make it so that the same thing that's happening in Qatar and United Arab Emirates and all these other small countries that got gold and oil underneath their soil, they're trying to do the same thing over there. And the Western powers don't want that. Nicki Minaj is a pawn. I guess they thought pawn to bolster this story that we're doing it to save the Nigerian Christians are being killed, and she's a puppet, and I hate her. And there's no comeback for this. There's no forgiveness for this. There's no okay, I can stream your songs now for this.
Yeah, like I was just about to say what Tina just said. So then it goes to other things. I mean, Nikki she said in one of her verses that she voted Mitt Romney or something like that. Maybe the bitch has always been Republican. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, when she got up there with Turning Point USA, that was a turning point for me. That was it for me. That because I can't.
I will say, I'm gonna say what I was gonna say. I think those of not Black American descent, you coming from a different place, I think that you don't understand what is at stake over here in America. I really don't think that. I think because you come over here, a lot come over here, and they chase whiteness, right? They chase whiteness. Which, if I'm an immigrant, I'm probably gonna chase whiteness too when I come over.
Oh, I know what you mean. You see
what I'm saying? So you're voting. That's just like what Darius was just saying. Oh, we love Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because you want to be
Donald who?
Right.
Donald who?
We love Donald Trump. Like, you want to be adjacent to that whiteness, but not understanding that whiteness ain't gonna get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's not.
Now Lil Kim's better. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't give anything to Nikki. I can't. Like, and I said the same thing. So Kim was right all these years. All these years, Kim was right because she's been saying it all these years. Kim was right because it's just hard for me to sit up there or for again. I mean, she knows her audience. The thing she got up there and said it at Turning Point with Erica. And now she's doing music with MAGA folks and doing all this stuff reportedly. And
look at that camp there, Drake, Nicki. Look at that camp. Look at that Young Money camp. Just look at it. Drake running around with Aiden Ross, dude. You know what I'm saying? Steak and all. Like, nah, they all over there messed up.
That is true. Aiden Ross constantly disrespecting Black women.
They all that whole thing over there stinks. And
that's what it is for me. It's the people. It's like it's when it's putting on the black hat when it's that saying. Everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black. Just Nikki and the stuff that she be saying and her music and all this kind of stuff. But now all of a sudden you talking. What she say? Her favorite Bible verse is Sam's. Yeah, show me Sam's.
Sam's.
Yeah, she's sitting up there trying to be a fake Christian and all these times fake. I mean, not speak on anybody's relationship with the Most High. So, hey, whatever she is, she lost a lot of. I'm hurt, bro. I'm gonna tell you, I was very disappointed. She lost me though. She lost me, like gone completely. I hope that album. everything plummets. That's why Pooh Bear ain't talking. Because never mind. These are stuff I say to friends.
Listen to who owns these people, these labels. Ownership is important, everybody. So
bless her heart, man. Bless her heart.
Go ahead and support things.
You know what's crazy?
Like
I don't
singers.
even know she has a deal with Universal right now. She might be totally solo. She might be totally independent. That's what's like her situation is a real unique situation. I don't think she read up when Drake read up his situation over there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think any of them are Young Money anymore necessarily. I think they're all what's Nicki's label?
I don't even know what she is. Oh, Pink Friday, but or Pink.
Is that her? Or
it's not really a label. It's not really a label. It's just her.
So I don't know if I don't know how much independence she does have or that she doesn't have, right? But I do know that her and Drake seem to be on similar trajectories with what's going on. Like,
don't look to none of the Young Money crew for any, Black Power standing with you in solidarity. You remember during Black Lives Matter what Wayne said? I'm a rich black man in America. If that don't show you Black Lives Matter, I don't know what to. So yeah, he don't give a good goddamn.
Only thing I forgot he said that. Only thing with Wayne, I just think Wayne is I just think Wayne is oblivious to anything. I just think he's oblivious. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he care about no politics. I think he said exactly what I'm a rich black man, and I don't think he know the stakes. I don't think he cares about the stakes. And if that's an X, it should be an X, you know what I'm saying? On him. But Nicki went up there and told the line. Wayne didn't toe the line. He just said some dumbass shit. Nicki up there towing the line. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the worst when you go up there and you toe the line.
Yeah, he dropped out. He's high all the time too. But he's the guy who's been rich and famous. Like I know enough to know he's not educated, and he said something stupid. He didn't manufacture consent for an invasion in an all black country. He didn't do that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say Wayne's not educated.
I would.
No, I'm talking about in that form. I'm not saying I don't think Wayne is stupid. Wayne went to college and all that. I'm not saying he's stupid.
Wayne went to college?
Yes.
Yeah, he went to college.
I could have sworn he dropped out of high school to be to do Drop It Like It's Hot and all the other songs.
He was in college during
okay.
Carter 1, Carter 2, around that time. He was in college. So.
But he did drop out. He just went back.
Do you drop out of college or do you just stop going?
Dropped out of high school. I dropped out of high school.
You know what I'm saying? But did he endorse Trump? I don't know.
Who knows? Shit. Fuck them all.
Hey, I would have said goodbye, but there's a super. I'm too fly. I heard they used hypersonic weapons in Venezuela, something never seen before. If it's true, I think this was just practice for martial law here. I heard that too, that a lot of the guards, a lot of the men couldn't stay up and they've been affected.
That's nothing new. I can tell you that right now. It's nothing new. Well, everything that they did is something that we've been doing for the longest. They took the lights out. They probably used the EA6B to take to get rid of the power there, which is like a precise EMP. They got rid of the power and they hit them with some sonic. That's something we've been doing for a while.
You're so nonchalant about it. Yeah, they just had the vibranium and came through.
Just letting you know.
the hypersonic Bing Bang Boom B86. You're lucky they didn't use the 87.
No, we don't have EA6Bs no more, so they probably use a growler to do
it. They revealed their hand though, so it's unprecedented to just go in, take a world leader like that. Now all the other world leaders go, oh, it's like that. Okay, then. Now we know.
Everything he's done, this presidency is unprecedented. That's another thing I'm sick of. I'm sick of the Dems. Oh, we're so frustrated. We're so frustrated. We're so
God, he did what? What did he do?
Gosh, we're gonna write a letter.
Yeah, I'm gonna write a strong letter.
I'm like, guy, nobody over there got a backbone. Damn. So yeah, bro, But you know, even like you just said, Chill, it's unprecedented to go take a country's leader. It's unprecedented to tell Greenland just because you landed a boat there 500 years ago doesn't make it yours.
That's why I think somebody is in Trump's ear telling him to say these dumbass things, man. Like,
and he's dead ass about boots on the ground in Greenland.
He wants Greenland. I don't know why he wants Greenland when Greenland was like, we had 4 or 5 bases up in Greenland at one point in time. And Greenland was like, well, y'all can just get the bases back if y'all want to be up here that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we don't have to do this back and forth. That's just like Venezuela. Maduro was like, y'all want this ragged ass oil? Come and get it. Just let me be me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll step down as soon as we come up with this deal. I'll step down. But they want to arrest him because he wanted. Did y'all see the indictment on Maduro? Cocaine, like America don't love cocaine, and guns, like America don't love guns. And what head of state is not allowed to get guns? You tell me that. This is your indictment on this dude. What happened to the fentanyl and all of this other? He's the big drug kingpin and all of that. But y'all indicting this man on cocaine and machine gun.
You know, it's all Israel backed and Israel influence. And the day before the Venezuelan kidnapping, Trump was meeting with the Israeli leaders, and this is very Israeli. Like, Venezuelans are anti-Israel. They're one of the few countries in South America who are not compromised. Brazil's another big one, but all the other ones, Israel's kind of got their puppeted leaders in there. This, you guys, man, keep your eyes on Israel. I wanted to say something a few minutes ago. I didn't want to cut you off, but I'm more mad at the Democrats than I am at the Republicans when it comes to this corruption stuff.
That picture pissed me off.
This thing. They really made it
irritating.
The symbolic stuff, instead of passing the George Floyd Policing Act, the symbolic stuff irks me.
That's because they're more bought off than the Republicans are.
Like, I understand you want to commemorate, you know, and remember January 6th and all that kind of stuff. Okay, get y'all's asses up. The fuck, there's actual real shit. Get y'all's asses up. And here's the thing: y'all keep talking about January 6th and how it's the worst this and worst that. If y'all don't get y'all's asses up and check this man, you think January 6th was bad. In 2028 tried to take power from him. When it's time to overturn, if there's even an election, if he tries to overturn power, because he's worried about these midterms. And that's why everybody needs to get out. I know he's worried. He's worried about these midterms. He's already said if it happens, he's going to
impeach him.
Yeah, he needs to.
I don't think he has the might that he needs. That's why he's using ICE to do the stuff, because the military is not behind it. And I'm telling you this from talking to my people.
He wants someone to fire back on these ICE agents.
Yeah, he does.
He can say, "Oh, look."
He wants that civil unrest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason for it. There's a cause. Yeah. The man is this. Gotta go.
You gotta go like Kathleen Kennedy. Tomorrow's stream, we will do a Kathleen Kennedy funeral stream. The countdown is on for her.
Not the
I just got a super that just came in. Hold on.
You don't show love, oh yes, son. I'm talking to you. Wanna get with me with no money on the
CJH Entertainment Plus. To quote a major Canadian band, if everyone cared and nobody cried, if everyone cried, if everyone loved and nobody lied, if everyone shared and swallowed their pride, then we'd see the day when nobody died. Which band is that? Is that Bare Naked Ladies? Help me out, guys.
Don't know. It's a Canadian band.
Tell me. Yeah, I got it.
It's your territory.
Yeah.
Is that Rush?
I gotta watch Much Music. Yeah, it's probably Rush. It was Rush. But yeah, of course. Yeah, if everyone cared and nobody cried.
Nickelback Canadian?
They are, yeah.
Did not know.
A lot of people are Canadian.
Damn.
Oh, that's Nickelback?
That's Nickelback. Damn. Wow, I agree with the message, though.
Hey, you know what? Nickelback had some pretty good ones. You know, Photograph. Photograph was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them ones. And the only reason I know most of those songs is because in middle school, I was a bus rider. So when I was one of the last ones, so that radio used to blast, and some of them songs used to come on. So anytime those songs come on, it's nostalgic. I'd be like, damn, Remember them days on the bus listening to this song, thinking real hard as a middle schooler. Yeah. Look at this photograph. Every time I see it, it makes me laugh.
Canadians, man.
With some deep shit.
Yeah, y'all talking about Tatiana. Isn't she Canadian? Because she was like, "Oh, our government." I'm like, "You mean our government? Not y'all government. Y'all government."
No, our government is giving them money also. And at the last election, there was only one candidate who's like, "I'm gonna actually call it for what it is. This is a genocide," and none of the other three candidates.
Y'all down with the crime too?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, man, I thought y'all was holding out, man. I thought y'all was one of the good ones.
Lots of puppets.
Damn.
I look at Canada way differently now.
Canada's dry.
Wow. Good one.
Like, comment, subscribe. Darius, clip ups. He has to clip up some of these topics here. Enjoy those. If you've just joined in a little bit later, Blues House is in the building. Thank you for coming, Blues House. You were not invited. You kind of invited yourself.
My bad, y'all. I did not mean to come in and. My bad.
No, wait for me to finish that. We appreciate what you added to the stream. You're always going to be welcome.
You gotta. The way Chill sets up his compliments are kind of they seem backhanded at first, but they're not. He's got to get to his point in the compliment. He has to hear. He's got to tell you weren't welcome, but
you weren't invited, but you were welcome.
I love Chill, man. That's my guy.
I'm Too Fly says, missed the chat. LOL. Oh, a super chat? Hold on. We got this one. Can you address the fake news of Ahsoka? 2-time Oscar winner. We read this one. If Marvel invited you, yep, we answered. I thought you were Team Nikki and Matt. We answered. Are Canadians ready to become honorary Americans? You saw what he did to Venezuela. We might treat you nice, but no free healthcare. Trump is serious. I'm glad I missed this stupid ass super chat. What do you mean?
What does that mean?
Oh, we're gonna be the 51st state, guys.
Are you ready to come in?
We're not. It's no, sometimes a joke happens, har. It's been a good week. It's a month of this joke, and now it's just so dumb. And knowing how loony, sorry, my battery.
Oh, this is supposed to be a joke?
Yeah, this is a joke. We're gonna be the next honorary Americans, and you saw what he did to Venezuela. Man, he's serious. Trump is a serious idiot. I can't laugh anymore about the 51st state. No, I can't go, oh, you'll be the 11th province. No, it's us versus you. I can't do that.
What?
Was that the one that was missed?
I'm guessing. That was the last one too.
I think his thing died. I think that's what that blaring alarm was in the background.
That is what that was. It's clear. I can still hear you.
And we can hear you.
Well, we're done here anyways. You guys want to plug something on your way outs?
Nope.
Then thank you.
Blur the F later on tonight, I'm guessing. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Raw.
You always watch the wrestling. What did they
on Evans?
7 hours wrestling always on. Every time I'm like, chill, hop on. Oh, I'm watching. I mean, the matches is happening throughout the week. I just remember Monday. I was like,
okay, I'll watch the first 30 minutes and then I'll go watch wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay. Darius?
No. I was gonna show something that I got, but I guess I won't share it. I'll keep it to myself for another time.
Okay, we'll be back tomorrow at 3.
Yep, we're back tomorrow. So we'll see you all then we're trying to be I'll talk to you about that after we'll talk about that.
You want to talk about the time we're going to stream tomorrow? We should say that on stream.
Yeah, should it not be earlier than 3?
Okay, we'll do it at 2:30.
With me being back in Norman, I can hit that noon 30.
Okay, tomorrow at 12:30, we'll go live.
Why did Blue leave? I hate when our guests do that because I always want to say something to them behind the scenes, and then they always, like Tina. Tina don't waste her damn time. As soon as we leave, Tina's gone.
in Tina's defense and in Blue's defense, sometimes after these streams, we're still talking to each other for, you know what I mean, half hour. I'm trying to go to the restroom. We've already streamed 4 hours. What are we doing?
Now I'm gonna have to DM him and work with this secret DM shit. All right. We're back live tomorrow. Afternoon World Cup is back. We're gonna try to be here at 12:30-ish time.
Eastern?
That's 12:30 my time, 1:30 your time.
Okay, 1:30 Eastern, 12:30
Central.
Oklahoma Central. All right, let's.
Thank you for being a friend. Oh, yeah. Travel down the road and back again. Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl. Oh, yeah. This is my part right here. Ooh, if I did everything. The biggest gift, the biggest. Thank you for being my friend. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah.